Hello and welcome to Lowcountry Lowdown. I am your host, C-Town, joined today by my good friend, Kailey. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, Kailey. I appreciate you taking the time to come on and join. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Yes, well, most importantly right now, I'm a mom of two. I have an older son and a daughter. I'm a photographer. I was an educator. I also run a little homestead project at home. I don't really consider it a homestead, but it's in the name.
It counts.
Yes, but most importantly, I just started a photography business last year officially.
Okay.
So
were you doing it
thing.
like unofficially for a while before that, or?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
I officially picked up a camera in like 2018, and I really started using it for nature photos in college. And then I slowly transitioned to taking photos of like family and everything. And I was on and off like wanting to start a business, but only if people asked me. Yeah. So I'm like, didn't really like put myself out
Do it
there.
if you want, no pressure, that type of deal.
I'm like, oh, you'll do a paid session? Let's do it.
For sure. Take your photo. If you want to tip me, that's fine too. So,
yes.
Okay, been doing that, you said, about a year professionally now?
Yeah, last September I decided, so it's been like a year now, which is great. I decided that I was finally going to go all in since I was a stay-at-home mom and I didn't go back to teaching. So I wanted to contribute some way and just dive into something that's my own. Because I mean, you're a dad, so you know, like once you have kids, like
it's the whole thing.
That is your life.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah, no, and thank God for my wife. I don't think I'd be able to do anything if it weren't for her. So, let's kind of start at the beginning a little bit. So, you went to college, and then fresh out of college, you got into teaching, right? Is that what you went to school for?
Yes, it is.
So was that like growing up through grade school? You were always like, I'm going to be a teacher. This is what I'm going to be.
Yes, I was like super like teacher's pet. I like, please call on me to draw on the smart board. Like I want to touch the smart board. So I've always wanted to be a teacher. Maybe when I was like 3, I wanted to be a vet because I liked animals.
For sure, yeah.
But
everyone goes through the love animals,
know,
isn't it?
gotta be a vet. But
of course.
More seriously, I've always wanted to be a teacher. I just loved kids. I babysat and everything, went to college, got my degree in early childhood education.
Okay.
So that's like birth to age 8, really. But first grade, I was like, that's the perfect age. Like,
so what's that process look like? Like the schooling to go, to be a teacher, what is that? Is that like a 4-year degree, or what are the requirements, I guess, to get into that?
Yeah, it's a 4-year degree.
Okay.
And you have to pass certain praxis exams to certify as well. So towards like the end, you'll go through the certification process as well, and you'll have to do a certain amount of internships with schools and everything, and you get evaluated and stuff like that. So you have to pass exams and pass your evals and everything.
Yeah, I've always wanted to, like, when I retire, be a substitute teacher. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. When you remember what was his name? Dr. Bauer. You remember that guy?
Yes,
he's the goat. Love Dr. Shout out Dr. Bauer. But so yeah, I always thought that would be fun. Do you know if the process is similar for that, or can anyone just kind of show up?
Honestly, subs are very needed. So don't quote me on this. I don't think you need a
There was
degree.
A couple that I feel like just happened to go to school that day.
I'm sure you definitely have to go through like background checks and some sort of like certifications, but it's not as extensive as like a 4-year degree.
Yeah, I always thought that would be a hugely rewarding thing to do. I don't know if it wasn't really something I looked at as a career.
I could totally see you as a sub.
Oh, dude. Well, so it's weird because I want to be a sub and I want to be a teacher, but I was such a just brat in school. So I don't know if it was ever going to make sense for me to, go to college for it and then pursue it as a career. But I think, I don't know, I've always been passionate about learning and education, but I don't know, as a teenager.
No, I could totally see it, especially with the older kids. I think like middle school, high school, that would be really good for you.
Maybe, yeah. so we'll see. It depends. I don't know, but
elementary's fun too.
Is that what you were teaching? Was elementary?
Yes, I taught first grade.
Okay.
Loved that age. Loved the kids. It was awesome.
Such a important teacher. Like, I'm not taking away from the high school teachers. They're obviously, you know, plenty of my teachers shaped who I am and all that. And, you know, maybe they wouldn't want to take credit for who I am, but they did. So, you know, they were great. But, well, first of all, you know, in high school, you got like 8 teachers throughout a day. In first grade, I think now they'll kind of, sometimes it's 1 teacher, sometimes it's like 2, depending on.
It's mostly 1, unless it's like a different type of school.
Well, because my boy, one of them is in preschool now, but the other is in 2nd grade. Yeah. And so I think last year had 1 teacher, but now he's got 2. So I don't know. They like do the one does one thing, the other does the other. But I mean, when you think about it and you break down how important a teacher is, you know, I mean, I wake up, hey, good morning, Hayden, you know, here's a bowl of cereal. And then he's gone for 8 hours. And then he comes back and it's like, hey, how you doing? Here's some homework. Here's dinner. 2 hours later, he's in bed. Yeah. And so, you know, 3 hours out of the day, I'm with him. And then, really, he's got football now too. So he's got 2 hours of that. I probably see this guy about an hour a day total. And then the teacher really is taking on such an important role in the development, and particularly at that age where they're just, you know, kind of moldable objects. you know?
For sure. I thought first grade, I just loved that age because I did both kindergarten and preschool. Okay. And babysitting, my favorite age. School.
No. I hear you.
I'm like, I can't get through a book without tying a shoe or blowing a nose.
How hard is that? Because, you know, because you're at first grade, you're kind of trying to teach them a thing. Preschool, I don't want to, again, but like it seems like it's like, okay, we'll teach you like 3 colors, but for the most part, you're hanging out.
Yeah, big believer in learning through play. Okay. So luckily, the one school I went to intern kindergarten, they had this theory that they based their learning on called Reggio Emilia, and it's from Italy.
Never met her.
Right. I think she's dead.
Oh no.
It's like old theorist, but it's basically like learning through play. So if I could rewrite, you know, how we learned in like regular public schools, it would be this way. And
for sure,
they just tried to get them to explore as much as possible and then like incorporate learning like throughout like the experiences that they encounter while they're playing. Thing. So that was like really neat to see.
That seems really effective because it's the trick with the little ones especially, and probably throughout, you know, even into adulthood, but particularly with the little ones, I think the hardest part is just getting them to, you know, kind of give a damn. You know what I mean? Sure. About what you, and you know, if you can make it a game, like you said, learning through play, it's probably, you know, almost like a kind of a trick, right? You're subconsciously teaching them without them even realizing it.
Because like kids are not designed to sit still.
No, they're not, but they do
especially
learn
at that age.
Everything. Yes. Like their brains will just soak it all in.
Yeah. And there's so much to learn. Like first grade, I didn't expect like how much actually was taught in first grade.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of curious what the curriculum was. Like, what are they like, hey, you have to teach them X, Y, Z.
Everything. Okay. It's everything. Like, but most importantly, first grade was focused on learning how to read.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
So very focused on learning how to read. So as much as I loved it, I feel like me myself would be better teaching second grade if I were to go back, because then they got to dive more deeper into like science, and that's kind of my thing is science, like experimenting, because like back to learning through play, and where I was like very into like have to teach them like letter sounds and how to like blend.
Second grade science would be so fun,
right?
Yeah,
I was ready for all that.
What's it called? GAC? What was that? Classic? Yeah, they make the cornstarch with the water.
Oh yeah, the oobleck.
Classic second grade experience. Yeah, ooblecking all day. That'd be great.
Let's just go back and be kids. And have all the
they're teaching them all types of stuff, man. Like I said, my son, he's in second grade. He's got his vocab teacher, and they're like, you know, I'm trying to help him with his homework. I'm like, I forgot what a linking verb was. I don't know what a linking verb is, but there's all types of stuff
like,
there.
Even I was like going back and learning to learn how to like teach the material too.
Well, and they also changed it as far as how they do math different now. Math is like they don't. The way they rationalize it is in a different way. They want you to draw it out. I'm like, that diagram's not how I do math. Also, did you know the Antarctic Ocean is no longer the Antarctic Ocean? No. Yeah, they killed the Antarctic Ocean. It's the Southern Ocean now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, dude,
I don't think you'll catch me saying Southern Ocean.
I was
ever.
appalled. They sent it home, and he's like, "Hey, Daddy, what ocean?" I was the Antarctic Ocean. He's like,
Yeah, he's like,
"No,
what?
you're wrong, Daddy. You
Yeah.
fool. You don't know second grade."
That's not what it's called.
Yeah, no. So anyway, they killed
don't
the
know your
Antarctic Ocean.
oceans.
Totally nerfed. Yeah, they had to they have a little group chat thing, and then like, it has
How
been
to
brought to my
explain it.
attention. I understand that you
Yeah.
guys want to call it the Antarctic Ocean. We've changed that now, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Wow.
yeah, second grade. How many students did you have in your class?
I had 17.
That's not so bad.
It isn't.
That's not. I've heard some pretty big.
Yeah, I know of someone teaching now, and I saw her post that she has like 25 kids in first grade.
In first grade, that's
way too much. I mean, honestly, like 15 would be great, but I think
Yeah.
the actual ratio is 18. Like you shouldn't have more than 18.
Yeah.
It's just so hard because each kid learns different. Very hard to spread yourself across the whole classroom and make sure you're giving like 100% to each kid differently when there's so many. And first grade, they're just not
everywhere.
sitting as long
yeah.
either. So it's a lot to handle.
I had
for
read
sure.
somewhere at one point that was one of the highest indicators of, like a child's progression education wise is just like classroom size. I'd heard that's a pretty
Yeah.
big deal.
Yes.
Again, just because of the ability to spread out attention, particularly in the earlier ages, I think for sure.
Yeah.
So, what school year when you did that? Where did you teach?
I was at Foxbank Elementary.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Yes, and I really only taught 1 year.
Okay.
Because I got pregnant halfway through the
Mm-hmm.
year. Was totally planning on going back the second year. I like set up the classroom. I was due in August. So I would have missed the first 3 months of school. I was very nervous about that.
And then you would have had the newborn too. So
Yeah, exactly. So I was planning on him being 3 months old and me going back in like November. So like 3 months after, set up my whole classroom for their sub, everything. I was completely prepared to go back. And then birth was not
Sure, yeah.
how it was supposed to go.
I've heard it's difficult sometimes.
Yes, birth is not just popping out a baby.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Time. Some people get lucky.
It seems so easy. I don't know. Yeah, no.
So like that experience like definitely threw me in for a loop.
For sure.
You got this newborn baby, your life completely changes.
Yeah. It's never what you think it's going to be.
Yeah, I was no longer Kailey, I was like mom.
Yeah.
And then like couldn't even process what just happened to me. And then, I mean, you grow like 3 months later, I kind of knew what I was doing. I felt like it.
Sure.
At the
As much as
moment.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah. But he would not take a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like exclusively breastfeeding and he needed me every 2 hours or less, really like every like hour and a half. And I'm like, how am I supposed to spend 8 hours a day with 17 other children and not my own when he's going to be at home like starving?
Yeah, it changes everything when you have a kid.
So that really like tugged because I love teaching.
For sure.
Would like to go back one day, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of back and forth there because it's completely different than how you want it to be.
It's so hard to make plans with kids, particularly if both parents are working. That's a difficult thing to balance. And at some point you got to figure out something. You know what I mean? Because even if say he did take the bottle, well, presumably somebody's got to be with him at the house. You know what I mean? So there's still that logistical thing to figure out.
Yeah, whether you go daycare or thankfully I had both my mother-in-law and my mom that was was like planning on stepping in and switching days. So I didn't have to worry about daycare, which I'm thankful for because a lot of people just stay home because they can't afford daycare.
It's expensive.
It's insane.
It's like $2,000 a month. I don't know which ones you've seen.
Like
and then if you can even
home.
get in because the waiting list is like, I don't know which one you were. Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. But like you would want like the best one. There's a wait list and it's expensive.
When we briefly did the daycare thing, and then we were like, but we did it for a little while, and it was. I don't think it was quite $2,000, but it was. It was close to it, and that was for one kid, I think. And it was not only that, but you had to be on a waiting list, and there was you weren't even totally sure if you were gonna get in, and that's a difficult thing to plan work around. Cause
Yeah,
it's
like,
like,
you
I
can't
might be
tell them
available. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you
like, you
posted.
can't tell them that you're going to come back because you don't know if you'll
I
have
might
anyone
come
to
back.
watch your
We'll
kids.
see. Yeah. And then they've got to just figure out whoever's going to teach. So yeah, that's a hard thing. So, okay. Kid happens. Life turns upside down. Checks out. Sounds right. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
So you had already kind of at this point been doing the photography sort of for fun at this point already?
Yes.
'Cause you said you picked that up in college?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Like I said, mostly nature. I'm a birder, just a bird
Nice.
nerd over here. So that's like was my main subject was the birds. And then I would do like some random families. I like had a little website that was like not as great as my one I have now.
Yeah.
And someone found me and I would do like parks. And I was like in Columbia because I went to school at USC.
Oh, the city. Okay.
Yeah. So I was in Columbia doing that. And when I came back home, it was mostly like family or friends.
For sure.
And while I was pregnant, I had some people reach out as well. Decided to stay home from and not go back second year teaching.
Yeah.
And then once my life kind of just like that was my new normal and stuff, that September, I'm trying to think because he's 2 years old now. I'm trying to think. It was September 2024. So it might have been like a whole nother year.
Okay.
And then the next September, I decided
because now you've got the second one. So
yeah, I know. I'm like, was I pregnant with the first or the second? I don't know.
It's all
what day is it today? I don't know.
So was that always the plan, was to like quick succession with the kids, or is that just God?
I guess. Yeah, it just kind of happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, I was really planning on going back teaching. I was
sure.
like, I'm going to be a working mom. I can do this.
Yeah.
And felt guilty making that choice, staying home, because I wanted to like prove that I could be a working mom.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I do get it. There's like a lot of
like I wanted to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
And be like, no, you're just a stay-at-home mom. Which,
turns out we're all human.
Yeah, which is harder.
It's considerably harder. Yeah, no, that's, and I do kind of want to, not to rant because I will, so stop me, but like, I always hear this about like, you hear people say like, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, that's harder than what I do by like a lot. And I'm not just saying that, like that is considerably more difficult of a task. And so
I hate that term. I know I just said it.
No, I know. But it's just, everyone's always just like, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, okay, you're not getting a paycheck necessarily, but that's not,
or there's people that's like, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Like you get to hang out like, oh, I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom. And it's like, dude.
No, I mean, I don't know. We always kind of like, I guess crave what we don't have. Like I would, love to spend more time with my kids, but that doesn't mean that it's not still a task to, nurture. Because also, when I'm being a dad and, working full time, I see them, take them to football practice or hang out and throw the ball around or, do whatever. Honestly, I get to do the fun stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, more of that, please. That's fine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? None of the difficult parts at all. But, it's something that I think people should put more emphasis on, because even if it's not, people think, oh, well, it's not making income, this, that, and the other. But like any penny that I make is enabled through my wife. You know what I mean? Like I would not have any capability. So it's really income generated from us. And when you really think of it like that, that's the way I look at it.
Absolutely. You're definitely working as a team, because if she wasn't there to watch the kids, then how
what would I
you?
do? Yeah. I would not be able to do anything that I do if I didn't have that. So it really is a partnership, and I like that. But I definitely hear that, and people, they want to do it all, and I'm going to be the working mom and I'm going to do everything, and more power to you if that's the thing. But
and some people do, and that they're better doing that because they get to be themselves.
Sometimes work is the break.
Come home and and then be able to give 100% to their kids. And I like totally understand that.
For sure.
Because being home can be like draining, and then you don't get to be yourself. So that's like all you are as mom. And then that's where I kind of struggled and really wanted to pick up the photography as well.
Well, it's kind of funny what you mentioned earlier about how like, okay, Kailey's gone and I became mom, because it's really, it's hard to explain to people who don't have kids, and it's harder to explain how it's like not a bad thing, because it sounds bad. Like, I say when you have a kid, like your ego just dies, and then you just become, they are your life, and it's all about them. And on paper, when you're saying that to someone, they're like, oh my gosh, you like lose.
Yeah,
But it's
like, that sounds terrible.
yeah, but it is no, it's great though, you know.
Yeah.
But like it's
like,
hard
it's
to
a little
explain.
dramatic, but it's the most amazing thing in the world at the same time.
I don't know. It's hard to explain to somebody, especially as a dad. I think trying to explain it to other guys because we don't get the whole 9 months of like feeling it, and you know we can like, oh wow, it's kicking, cool, you know. So it's like I know it's in there.
It's like, did you feel it? Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah. But then for us, it kind of hits all at once when we hold it. It's like, oh,
yeah,
didn't realize I did that, but you know,
like
and you
the
just
spin, like in your
immediately,
time.
and your brain blasts out of your head. It's crazy. You're just like, oh wow, there's a soul there. Whoops. But you know, just didn't have to get a permit or nothing. Just
it's
made
like,
a life.
I'm responsible now.
Like, oh, good. Yes. Obligations.
All the bad things are my fault.
Everything. Yes. But so you do kind of, I don't even want to say lose your identity, but I don't know. You evolve into a different, you do though. Like you're no longer just yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you evolve into this, you know, figure that is, you know, really an extension of yourself, and now it's got its own thoughts and its own things and just all this. Yo, what up, gang? Time for our local business shout out of the week. We'll spin our little wheel ski here and see where it goes. Looks like it's landed on Mr. Jake Cummings. Shout out Jake Cummings. He's the guy for all your mortgage needs, whether you need to refinance a house or you want to buy a house. Anything you need with home financing, he's your guy. So I'll put Mr. Jake Cummings' number up on the screen somewhere, and you can give him a call for all your mortgage needs. And also, don't forget, if you need to buy or sell real estate, check out ctownsales.com. That's my website. You can also call or text me at 843-703-9970. Once again, that is ctownsales.com, or call or text 843-703-9970. Thank you so much, and we'll go ahead and get back to the show now. It's such a surreal thing, but wouldn't trade it for the world. I think it's amazing. I love it. So
yeah, right. Love my kids.
God bless
Holy
the kids.
Cow, though.
You never get bored, though. You'll never be bored. So
love them.
Okay, you were doing the photography kind of casually. At what point was it kind of like a progressive thing, or did one day you just say like, hey, okay, this is going to be like my business now? Like where was that shift between like, okay, I do it for fun, and then, you know, I might like book a gig here and there, and then switching that to like, this is what I do.
Yes. So, oh goodness, all I can remember is like September 2024. but yes, I was on and off, and then I did like 2 sessions. I did like a session in July for a friend, and then I did a session like early September, and I'm like, you know what, like, what's stopping me from like advertising again? Because I used to advertise in college, but I was also like in college, so like other things were more important. And I had school, and I'm like, I'm going to be a teacher, so I don't need to also have a business.
Right. It was just kind of a fun thing in college.
Yeah, and I'm big on like brands, so I did have a name. I went through like Kailey's collection one time, and then I switched it to something else, and I'm like, you know what? I'm finally going to rebrand. I'm going to update my website with the rebranding, get a new logo. I kind of just decided like I can do this, and what's stopping me from doing this? Like I have the time now because I'm home. Yeah. And my oldest was young and not as mobile. Yeah. But I think he was like just learning to walk. So I was like, oh yeah, I got all the time in the world. Yeah. Sure. He naps like 3 times a day now, which does not happen anymore. Yeah. No. So it's like I have so much time to work on my laptop and start my website and advertise and everything. And I just kind of just dove straight in, and that was like right in the middle of busy season for photographers, because right after I decided, the weather cooled down. So everyone's like, we need fall photos. Yeah, no, fall down here in South Carolina, fall photos are the move. I mean, it hasn't felt like it's fall yet, but it will be soon, eventually, allegedly. But right. I mean, we had a cool week, like 2 weeks ago. Little fake out. Yeah, no, I committed to hurricane season.
I don't know what it is. I don't get down with the like shorts and polo aesthetic. So whenever I have a chance to, wear something heavier, I will. And I've committed to that. And I'm just drenched in sweat every day. If you don't
mind me sharing, I met Chandler. I don't know. Did we go to elementary school together too?
What elementary school did you go to?
Fort.
No.
Okay, so
we
met
were at Oakbrook.
Oakbrook Middle School,
yeah.
and in 8th grade, he just decided.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry,
Please do.
He just decided that he was going to show up in a suit
every day,
every single day.
Every day.
Middle
of
summer. I never asked you details, so I don't know if it's like the same suit or if you.
No, I have different suits.
So, I assumed he looked like he washed it.
I did wash it occasionally. It was the pants for sure got washed frequently.
Yeah.
The jacket, we'll see. But
yeah, I mean, you don't always wash like the suit jacket.
Yeah. So it was everything I got was from the thrift store because in 8th grade, it was it was in middle school for sure. I started doing that, and it was like, you're growing a foot a day in middle school. And I'm like, Mom, I want to wear suits. And she's like, I'm not spending $300 on this suit.
It's probably like Chandler.
So it was like $20 suits from the thrift store from like the 1980s. I'm like, hell yeah, this is going to be great.
Chandler showed up to school every single day.
Yes.
When I tried to tell my mom, I was like, yeah, I went to middle school with him. I was like, do you remember? He was the kid that wore a suit every day.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I remember seeing him getting out the car rider line. And he was just dressed up like for a wedding every day.
You got to ball hard. You got to go. So
Which, I mean, props to you because he was the best dressed in middle school.
It's so funny you said that because I had Rachel on last week. You remember Rachel? Yeah. I had her on last week. She's doing all types of fun stuff now.
Yes.
She's got like 2 businesses and they're all very, very her. They're like kind of this.
Absolutely. I follow her on
you
Facebook.
know what I'm talking about?
And I
like
watched the first bit
did
of
you?
the
Yeah.
podcast before I fell asleep.
She's fun.
The kids, man.
The pod is great for putting you to sleep, guys.
I did not mean it that way.
No. That half of my content is like, I feel like my brain's broken. I can't go to sleep without YouTube now, and my entire brain has been melted.
Yes.
But yeah,
for sure,
so
everybody.
I was talking to her about it, and it was like middle school, high school. I don't know exactly. At some point, I was just like, I want to be a businessman. I had no idea what the hell that meant, but I was like, that's for sure what I'm gonna do. And it's funny because the weird thing about it was I wasn't like hanging around the guy. Like it was always like I'm not gonna say any of their names, but you know the guys.
Yeah.
And it was just a weird guy crowd to be wearing a suit in. But I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know what it was gonna be. But yeah, and then that ended up being real estate. Hey, there you go. But yeah, no, I can't do the casual. I wanna wear jackets. I wanna
dress to impress
for sure. Yeah, but in South Carolina in the summer, there's consequences.
You were committed.
I would then, but not so much now.
Very long here that it's cold and comfortable for a suit.
Honestly, you could wear shorts year round here if you really wanted to. But
so props to you. But hey, you dressed for success, and now look at you. You got like
it worked out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got your business. You're doing what you planned for. So I mean, really, I'm a big believer in that. You just like envision what you want, and if you like speak it out loud, then like it will come if you work for it, and that's exactly what you did.
Here's another funny story. You didn't go to Ashley Ridge. You went to Fort Worth. Yeah. So
for my first 2 years,
you didn't know Miss Ward, but my dad found it sitting around the house. He's like, hey, here's an essay you wrote when you were like 15, and it was like a career, like
what you want to
career research essay. And dude, like I was such a brat, dude. It was just I was like, no need to research. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
there is no research. It's whatever you want it to be, and it was just the stupidest essay. But I always knew I wanted to do my own thing. I didn't know what my thing wanted to be.
Yeah.
But it was going to be my own idea, but for better or worse.
Yes.
And it's been
you
both.
knew what you wanted, and
to some level.
did it. Yes.
But what I was saying though is fall in South Carolina feels like a much more reasonable time to get photos because like, I mean, even when because you did our headshots for my team.
Yes, and that was in October. So that was like right after I started, like really went all in and advertised, and you like reached out like immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I'd seen before, when you were like posting the stuff where you would kind of casually, and then I saw you sort of hard launch the business. I was like, oh, this is perfect. We need headshots. I want to score through. This is great. So, but you did ours, and even then in October, it was a little warm, but. You know, if you're trying to do summer photos in South Carolina, I mean, I sweat like crazy anyway, but I just imagine it'd be so hard to, like,
I'm a sweater.
You're like, all right, we got to get all these photos right now. We got about 30 minutes before everyone's shirt is just drenched, you know? But yeah, October seems like a busy month. So do you mostly do like, I mean, I know you'll do business headshots. Obviously, you did that for us, and then I've seen you do a bunch of like family portraits. You do a lot of newborn babies. People love that. That's great. Do you do like wedding photography at all, or you just kind of do like whatever, or how's that work? Is there anything you like lean into heavier? Or
Absolutely. So at first, you know, well, of course, business wise, you know, you follow all those accounts on Instagram, and you're just like getting loaded with reels of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and when I started, I was like, I'm going to do everything. And so that's what I did. Like I did your headshots, and I will still do everything. Like if you reached out for headshots, of course. And like people reach out for senior grad photos, of course I'm going to do that. But I decided, like I said, big on branding. I decided, nope, I am going to niche down. So because my story of like becoming a mom was so big into starting the business, I decided to lean into that, and it really has like been my biggest decision maker for everything. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a motherhood photographer. So like family and motherhood is my niche now, and that's what I advertise for. So anything from like pregnancy announcement all the way up to birth, and then like newborn photos, maternity, all that good stuff. And then of course once each time the kids grow so fast, you're gonna want like
you need the
photos
6-month photos,
each
you
year.
need the year photo, you need the 2-year, you need the Christmas
you need
photos.
the smash cake photos. Like I do those too.
There you go. Repeat business. Let's go.
But it's funny because that's my niche, and sometimes I end up having my creative outlets, like the most creative I get to be is like couples and engagement photos. So I don't really like advertise those as much, but sometimes those are my favorite because there are no kids, because toddlers are very hard to
I bet that's an under-recognized skill is like getting the kids into, you know.
Having a toddler, I like to consider myself a pro, but you never know.
Well, I feel like being a teacher even like kind of probably helped you out a little bit there, because I've handled a swarm of these guys.
Yes,
you know,
like
so.
I know a few techniques to get a kid to look at a camera or like be silly,
for sure,
be themselves. I tried like same thing for teaching. I don't expect them to sit still and just like force them to say cheese for 30 minutes. Like I want them to run and get like photos of them just full on playing with mom, being dad, or kids. Whoever. For sure. So that's fun. I'm trying to think of what my point was. My niche. But I do all over, and weddings. I am working for another company. She actually did, shout out to Sasha. She's amazing. She was my wedding photographer. Her and her husband, they're a photography, videography team. And they did my wedding, was amazing. They did my sister's wedding. That was last November, I think. And now they bought out Complete Charleston Wedding and Events. I'm not sure if you've seen that before. They own the Charleston and the Savannah company. Oh, wow. And then they bought their own wedding venue, 108 West Main in Moncks Corner, where they got married at. So they hired me to be a wedding photographer for their company. So if there's a wedding that I'm available for, they'll send me out to take their photos. So I now have wedding experience. There you go. I kind of just started out because she hired me right before I gave birth to my second child. So I was like, okay, but I'm not going to be able to actually work for like a good bit. And she's like, that's fine. Let me know when you're ready. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's great.
So it's very flexible.
Love that.
So I am diving into weddings more, and I've had some people reach out for inquiries about weddings and stuff. Well, and now that I have the experience,
that's kind of the cool thing about photography, right? Is like you can, like you're not bound to, like you couldn't, as like a teacher or just any job, you can't like, well, I also kind of go work over here sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you have so much flexibility to do, your direct consumer business, but you can, contract work with everybody else. It seems like it lends itself really well to any type of flexibility you need. Obviously setting your schedule is pretty important, what with the kids and whatnot. Your husband also is an entrepreneur, right? Doesn't he?
Yes.
He's done his like a lawn care thing.
Yes, he does lawn maintenance. And he just recently decided to go all into. He was doing it just part time as a second job to kind of, you know, help us out since I'm stay at home and we're like running all these businesses and stuff, and just wanted to do it to make some extra money. But now he's a full time landscaper, and it's getting into his off season, so we're like a little nervous about that.
Tell him to go put up Christmas lights.
I told him that because we have a friend in Columbia that does that. I was like, you could just hang up Christmas lights.
I had a buddy of mine who
he's like, I'm not doing that.
A good friend of mine. When he was I think he went to Coastal, I don't know, somewhere up in Myrtle Beach, but during the summers he would do the lawn care, and then, you know, when everything died, he would just go around and put up the Christmas lights. And, you know,
no, that's definitely. I told him, like, you should do that, and he's like, no, because then I need he thinks a lot. He's like, now I need storage for my lights.
So
you know,
I mean,
there's a lot of factors. So he's just trying to keep it as simple as possible.
The way this other guy did it, he didn't like. He would just put up their lights.
Oh, like he would, he didn't like supply his own.
No. He would like drive around and find people putting up lights. He's like, hey, do you want to not have to do that? Just tell me where to put them.
Just that's smart.
Climbing on roofs.
We'll see if we'll catch him on a roof.
We'll see.
Probably
catch him in there.
He's trying to do like leaf pickup and stuff and everything. But
it is tricky for the lawn care businesses to operate year round, especially if you have a big staff. You know what I mean? Because then it's like you got to find a way to keep your staff fed and like while you're scaling it down. So I don't know if how scaled it is or not.
Yeah, right now it's just him, but eventually the goal is to have a team and everything. You know, the ultimate goal is have people work for you.
Scale. Always got to scale. But I kind of wanted to bring that up because it's like, you know, it seems like people, you know, once they kind of get out and they start doing their own thing and they just catch the entrepreneur bug, you know, and then they're like, oh yeah, this is how it needs to be.
Well, that's the thing is I've always had the bug deep down. Like my family is always like, oh, you can make that into a business. My dad's a business owner.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he owns Jericho Painting.
Okay.
He painted like vacant apartments, like commercial apartments.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, okay.
Forever, like since it's been like 20 years or something, forever. And then he's just now going residential and wants to paint like houses, like both interior, exterior, and I actually
give me his number.
I will. I run his Facebook account, so I'm just doing it all right now.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's funny. Like, you know, you get this just in your blood somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, and sometimes it probably sounds like I'm, you know, like, oh, yes, the worker bees. Like I'm not. There's nothing wrong with doing the, you know, whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I've just always known like I can't. You know, I can't do it.
There's definitely like wanting to work for yourself, having that flexibility. That's just so
it's the freedom of it all. You know what I mean? And, you know, better or worse, you know, if it goes good or bad, at least I did it. You know what I mean? You have to. And
my husband, Alex, he did have a desk job, and part of him likes that more. Like, even though you're getting told like what to do, he liked the consistency.
It is nice to definitely have a paycheck.
Yes. Yeah. The paycheck, like, you know, you're getting the paycheck. Yeah. You have like the health benefits and everything. And you just go in, you know what you're doing, and then you can come home and over. But now, he has like the landscapist, and so now that's his business. He's got to respond to clients
for sure.
Like,
you got to be the guy
and everything,
especially in the early stage, right? Because it's just you. And I'm at some point, you know, maybe you'll have a, you know, some sort of like a assistant or secretary or whatever who can handle, you know, that's whatever. Me. And but that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, I mean, like right now for you specifically, like that's all you, but. You know, later on down the line, maybe you'll have that, maybe you won't. But for right now, like if someone reaches out, you know, you got to respond. And people are finicky, you know. If they, you know, they reach out and they don't hear back in 10 minutes, they'll call someone else, and it's just how it is sometimes. Yeah. So
absolutely,
you got to be on it. But I don't know, wouldn't trade it for the world. Now, I did want to go into your homesteading thing too, because I love that. So I don't know if we ever talked about this or not, but so. I'm in Somerville now. Obviously, that's where I grew up. But briefly, for a time, about 3 years, the wife and I were living out in Walterboro, and we were just living on some family land that she'd had. It's like 100, 200 acres, something like that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, a bunch of acreage out in Walterboro.
Goals.
Yeah, it was a vibe. We ended up, once the kids were starting school, it was like, you know, we kind of had to go back to Somerville.
A little closer.
And it just made more sense for work and everything. So there's a lot of my business in Somerville. But for a time we were living out there, we had, I don't know, like 20, 25 chickens. We had a pig. His name's Hudson. We still have him. He's still there. We kind of feel kind of bad because, we bought this pig and then we moved to the suburbs and have an HOA. Can't have a pig there.
Yeah.
And so we're like, like I said, it was on family land. So her grandma's just kind of caring for our pig now.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's Hudson. I hope you like it. Yeah. She'll say like, oh, now I gotta take care of your pig.
Oh, she loves it.
She loves them. Yeah. She gives
the
them
grandma,
marshmallows.
she'll
I don't know if
love
you're not
it.
supposed to, but she gives them marshmallows.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah. No, they eat anything.
Funny to watch.
Oh yeah, he's a Kunini pig.
Yeah, the Kuni.
Yeah,
so I'm sure you've seen. I
Absolutely,
literally just bought a Kuni pig.
They get big.
Yeah,
They
I
get
know.
really big.
The mom was huge.
They get so big.
And they sell this breed to say this is like one of the smallest breeds of pigs.
Yeah.
And then I go and the mom is like 300 pounds. And I'm like,
yeah, no, they're big.
so she's like, just don't overfeed them. I was like,
no marshmallows.
okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my oldest is like throwing out food to him all day. I'm like, oh no.
Look, in case anybody at home is wondering, there is no such thing as a mini pig. There is just mini for a pig.
Yeah.
So,
literally, my mom was like, why didn't you get a teacup pig? I'm like, apparently there's no such thing.
There's not a real thing. There's just slightly smaller than average
they
pigs.
Fool you.
They're
there's
big,
like one more breed that's a little bit smaller, like Juliana or something.
Yeah.
But
we had
still not a teacup.
We were ridiculous story. But,
You're good.
But so we initially my wife was like, yeah, let's get a house pig. And I'm like, And so we were looking around and then there was one and it was like $1,000. But it was allegedly a teacup pig. This was before I knew that wasn't a thing. And put down like a $200 deposit. And then that didn't work out. They said that they didn't make it. So, and so they was like, here's your $200 later.
Yeah, at least you got
And then
your
I
deposit
had,
back.
but so at that point in time, I wanted to surprise Mariah for her, like it was birthday. So I wanted to surprise her with a pig she had won.
Yeah.
And so I'm scrambling because I have no idea.
After that.
So I found someone else who was like $150 or something. And I was like, yeah, whatever, that counts. And so we drove up to Georgia.
Ours was only 200. So
Yeah. So we drove up to Georgia to get it, and it was I can't remember the name of this latest company, but it was just it's like a raggedy little thing, and it was the weirdest little setup ever. And we got the pig, and the lady was just out of her mind, crazy. But we got it, and that was Hudson, and we brought him home, and he was a house pig for approximately 6 months.
Yeah, how are you going to say 6 days?
No, he was cool.
No,
we kept him in for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And he was relatively small for a little while. And he'd sleep in the bed. He was a good little guy.
Yeah.
He was cool, just like a little dog. But then he just he keep on getting bigger. And now then we put him outside. But they're great animals. They don't have a lot of utility. They don't have any eggs. And if it's a pet, you can't like eat it. So
I know, like you could technically, but I'm like, I'm not.
No, you totally can. That's that's the return on investment on pigs is for that. But yeah, if you're not breeding, that's kind of like, well, it's just kind of a big old pet. But but they're the coolest. But I wanted to talk about your homesteading page because after being out there, like I missed that so much. Just being on the land, having the chickens. Walmart eggs suck.
For sure, I can't go back.
They're so bad compared to the fresh eggs.
Yeah.
There's no other. You get the like orange yolks. Premium.
Yes.
But
I should have brought you a dozen.
I would have blessed you forever. Please.
I had 2 dozen sitting on the counter.
Because we had, like I said, we had 20 plus, and that's a lot of eggs. I mean, I eat a ton of eggs. I'm one of those guys just egged out.
But we're definitely like, we're like forced to be an egg family.
Yeah. But I crave that every day. I love that so much. And as soon as the kids are out of school and maybe, I'm getting closer to retirement at that point, I'm definitely going back out. But you are doing it right now.
Yes.
And I want to hear about that. How did that just like come to you in a dream? At what point did you go from like, I'm going to college, I'm in Columbia in the city. Yeah. And now I'm a teacher and now I want to have, pigs and chickens and do a homesteading page. And like, what was all that about?
Yeah. So me and Alex were just dating. I believe, and we didn't date long before we were engaged. So
sure.
timeline-wise, I don't. Yeah, exactly. If you know, you know. So, I was still in Columbia, my final year of school. I ended up doing 5 years because,
yeah, why not? Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not going to go into it.
Sure.
Got a concussion,
A concussion?
Yeah. Okay. So I played rugby for a bit.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
I got like kicked in the head like 3 times in one game.
Wow.
Concussion.
Rugby sounds so nice. There's a rec league around here. I miss playing football.
It was fun. I went in knowing absolutely nothing. I'm like, this is so fun.
Because you were used to do soccer, right?
Softball.
Softball.
Yeah.
I think it was
okay.
whatever.
I did soccer for like a year.
Oh, all right,
so maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Did cheer and softball, and then went to college and was like, I need
decided
a sport.
You want to hit people.
Yeah. And I thought like being small, they'd be like, no, get out of here. But they're like, no, that's perfect for this position. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, there's like all types of different stuff with it, right?
Like rugby, you can be like any shape, size, speed. They have a position for you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So I fell in love with that for a little bit. Got concussion. So I probably could have sucked it up and pushed through my classes some, but college didn't want to.
No, I've had my fair share of concussions. I played football for a good while, and
so fell behind a little bit, and made me have to. And with the education classes, some like were only available in the fall and not the spring type thing. So it ended up pushing me back a whole year. But whatever, I had an extra year in Columbia. My last year, we were kind of dating like long distance. I would drive back every weekend and always been an animal lover. I'm not sure if you remember my obsession with turtles.
No, you're into turtles.
I have turtles.
I love turtles.
So I've always just been like a pet person. I have like 10, 11 turtles.
For still?
Yeah.
Are they all the same type of turtle?
7 or 8 of them are like yellow belly slider, which is like your typical one you see in the pond. And then 4 of them are soft shell. So they're really weird soft looking.
Shell. Do you have to like get those online? Where do you accumulate these? Do you get them from the ponds? Do you scalp the ponds for turtles?
No, like my parents live on the lake, and some end up in their pool.
Sure.
Yeah. And you're supposed to put turtles back where you found
guys,
them.
Don't take the turtles, guys.
Take the turtles. But I've been doing it forever, and I know what I'm doing, so I took them.
Is there a turtle shortage? Why can't you take the turtles?
No, it's just like they're kind of an invasive, not the soft shells, but the yellow belly sliders, like red ear sliders, were like bred for pets, and then people release them
I'm tired of dealing with this turtle,
them.
So now it's in nature.
So they're more like invasive species, and you're kind of just supposed to leave nature alone in general. But animal lover here, I just
whatever, dude. Take the turtle.
Look at a cute little baby turtle. I've been doing that since I was 8. So I mean, I know how to like take care of them properly and everything.
That's dope.
I make myself believe that I'm allowed to do it.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
No one else is supposed to do it.
I knew a guy once who called himself the Turtle Man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go too into detail about this, but he's a fella who, don't ask how I met this guy. But at some point in my life, I came into contact with a gentleman who called himself the Turtle Man.
Curious
and
now, but
he ended up doing a little bit of time in jail because he was mass trafficking turtles.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm not doing that.
He said the whatever, I don't know what, because there's there's the DEA for the ATF for guns. I don't know which organization is really clamping down on turtle trafficking.
Yeah.
But apparently he had 60,000 turtles that he was selling across state lines.
Way worse than 10.
But he had 2 snapping turtles tattooed on his biceps, and he'd be like, you want to see him snap, and he'd flex.
Oh my gosh.
But apparently there's it's a big market for illegal turtle sales. But the turtle guy, he was a trip. You just meet crazy people if you just talk to strangers. But anyway,
something I don't do.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go talk to random people. But
that's when the introvert comes out.
yeah. But so what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, turtles. We have a tortoise. I think he's a
still.
Well, he kind of like my parents inherited him because we just left him there.
Gotcha, left him with the pig.
Yeah. No. He's with my parents.
Oh, okay.
He's here. The Hudson, the pig, is in Walterboro. But
gotcha.
The tortoise Boris, he's at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But so you've always been an animal lover.
Yeah.
We're talking about how you got into the homesteading.
Trying to get to the chickens. Yeah. Trying to get to we'll get there.
Making our way to the chickens.
Yes.
So you were going back and forth.
I was going
with
back
your
and
boyfriend
forth
at the time.
And as most animal lovers, you're like, man, I would just love to have a pet, you know, whatever, right? And I was like, baby ducks are so cute. I want a baby duck. And he's like, heck no, we're not getting a baby duck.
Duck eggs are nice.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And that's what I wanted. I was like, we can get duck eggs. Yeah. Those are way better than chicken so much eggs. Better. And
more omega.
So we go to Tractor Supply to get the ducks. And they don't have any ducks, but they got chickens. And I was really like,
close enough.
Today I'm getting
a bird today.
Yeah, I'm getting these baby birds today. So we get there and they don't have ducks. So I'm like, fine, we'll just get one chicken.
Okay.
And they're like, no, you have to get at least 4.
Nah, that is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the rule. You have to get at least 4 chickens. And I guess so that people like me don't go in and just get one chicken as a pet. I don't know. Or if like they have so many, they need to sell a certain amount. I have no idea.
Yeah, they do. Tractor Supply does do them in 4s.
Yeah, for some reason. So we took home 4 Golden Comet chicks, and they were super cute too. Not as cute as the ducks were going to be, but they're still, you know, fluffy little yellow chicks, and took them home, and they were, this is so gross because they were tiny, so they were able to live in like our spare bedroom.
Nice.
At the time. Yeah. And they had like a little kiddie pool.
I was going to ask, did you have a place for chickens at the time?
We did not. Like the house that my husband had, he bought when we were just starting dating. So it was his house, and it's just barely an acre. So the backyard's like pretty decent size.
Okay, that's still pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of the birds.
So we're like,
here.
we have room.
Yeah, you don't need a ton of space for chickens.
But we didn't have anything built. So we didn't expect how fast they would grow.
Oh yeah.
We're like, we'll build something while they're living in the house, because they're supposed to be at a certain temperature when they're little and whatnot. So they were in a little kiddie pool with the heat lamp and pine shavings, and the house, you know, if you didn't clean it all the time,
for sure,
like chicken. And then I was like, but I just really wanted those ducks, and so we drove all the way out to Walterboro because we called every Tractor Supply, and they're the only ones that had ducks. So like the next day or like 2 days later, we went to Walterboro and got ducks, and we're like, but we only want 2. And they're like, sorry.
You got to get 4 ducks.
You got to get 3.
3 ducks. Like, okay. One less for the duck.
I don't know why ducks for less, but got to get 3. And we're like, okay.
That's so funny.
And
so now you have 7 birds.
Yeah, we did. We had 7 birds. They were all little babies at the same time, grew up together. We bought a little coop off Amazon that I took forever painting because I wanted it like weather sealed and whatnot. And then end up buying 2 because one for the ducks, one for the chickens.
Gotta have your own space.
And thankfully, the chickens were pullets, so they were all hens.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
I got no roosters.
Have you ever had a rooster?
We have roosters now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Roosters plural?
Yes, we have 3 now.
Do they get along?
They do.
That's
and
great.
they're not aggressive at all, because
good.
people were, you know, with the kids like getting attacked or whatnot.
They're even the aggressive ones they'll farm with the kids.
Yeah, but they're really good. They're scaredy cats. They like don't let us touch them anymore. Okay. But fast forwarding actually to buying another set of chickens. One time I was still teaching, and Alex was like, I got a surprise when you come home, because I wanted a certain breed of chickens.
Which one?
I wanted like Easter eggers.
Oh yeah.
I had the brown eggs.
The Americanas.
I mean, they're like a mix. They're basically like mixed breed chickens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mutt chickens.
Yeah, they're like mutts that are guaranteed to lay either like blue or green or whatever.
Yeah, we had some of those.
Were called prairie bluebell eggers.
Cool.
So they're supposed to lay blue. But he was at Tractor Supply, and they had some left, and he decided he was going to buy all of them, and I came home to 14 chicks. Yeah.
Jeez.
But they were straight runs, so you don't know if they're roosters or hens when they grow up yet, and 9 of those were roosters. 9.
So many roosters.
9. I'm sorry to my neighbors at that time. But we had 9 roosters, and we ended up rehoming them to people that would hopefully have them as pets and not food. But
sure. We had a couple. We had various different types. We had one though, and he was huge. His name was Popeye. And he was about that tall. Like,
that's huge.
I'm not like, he was huge.
Yeah, ours weren't that big.
Yeah, no, spurs were like that big, like big chicken, and he was pretty territorial. But the cool thing about the roosters is because we just had him free range.
Yeah.
And yard wasn't fenced in, and you know, I was kind of like, I'm just gonna like leave, and nah, because the rooster just has where he wants to be, and then he'll like corral the hens. And
like they'll follow the rooster.
Yeah, they do 100%.
Like their best friend.
But there was a couple roosters, and then for a while there, they would fight each other every once in a while, but. For the most part, Popeye asserted dominance and was the king rooster.
I love that name.
And there was Popeye, and then there was Bobby Filet.
And not Bojangles.
We had Bojangle. He died.
Oh, for real?
Bojangle collapsed in battle. Not to Popeye, but to like a dog. I don't know. But he died somehow or another. But they're pretty fragile.
Die.
They do be dying a lot.
We've been lucky predator-wise because we have a hawk that flies over all day, and I'll come outside like, don't you mess with my chickens.
Yeah, no, I'd be doing battle with the hawks because when we were in Walterboro, like we were in the middle of nowhere, so like I'd be in the backyard just shooting at the hawk.
Oh my gosh! No, I'm a bird nerd now, so I know how to do that.
Yeah, well,
so I'm like also like, oh, cool, a hawk, but don't get my chickens.
They're
like,
so
back and forth on it.
I mean, we were being out in the we didn't have a fence or nothing. They were just like truly free range. I mean, it was. I mean, we would let them reproduce as much as they wanted because it was too many eggs for us to eat anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just like possums and everything in the night, chicken has been lost to the night creatures. But I don't know. That's kind of like nature, whatever. It's going to do its thing.
Yeah, it happens.
But we had a lot of these black hens. I think they're like Japanese is what they were called. Then the Americanas with the puffy cheeks and the blue eggs, they were sweet.
Yeah,
and,
we didn't ever have like the true Americana breeds because there's like different.
The Polish ones with the afros?
Yeah.
We had a couple of those.
Yeah.
They don't do well in the South.
Really? I want the Polish ones because they look cute. I got 2 silkies.
We had a couple silkies.
Yeah.
There was Mr. and Mrs. Frizzle.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that was they're pretty chill.
I just wanted those for fun. And
they're a lot of fun. She didn't lay all that well. Miss Frizzle didn't lay all that well.
And their eggs are like
but
tiny.
They were chill to have. Mr. Frizzle was the most aggressive rooster we had, actually. And he was only that big. But he'd go
small.
at Popeye.
I brought them home and I was like, it's like a little chicken nugget.
No, but the big rooster, even Popeye wasn't that bad. Like, because the kids, it's just kind of like, I don't know, you sort of gotta, chickens don't understand anything other than like the pecking order, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just kind of, he'd go at the boy and he'd be like, well, you got to stand your ground a little bit.
Yeah,
so. And then they won't mess with you anymore.
Yes. That's the thing. Back to the ducks.
Are the ducks aggressive a little bit or no?
Yeah, we wanted duck eggs, right? So we're like, hopefully at least one of these are female. We got lucky with the hens. All 4 chickens were hens. The ducks, 3 boys.
Nice.
3 boys. So all drakes, right? And we were so hopeful, like, oh, maybe the tail isn't curled. It was definitely
we never
had
ducks, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, they're cuter, but messy.
I bet.
Messy.
Do they need water?
Lots, yeah.
Okay.
Like they had one of those plastic kiddie pools too, and I'll clean it and it immediately gets dirty. Like immediately. So messy. If I were to get ducks again, I would wait until we have more land and able to get like a legit pond for them. Yeah. To not have to worry about like cleaning it nonstop. Because we did rehome them because they were mean. They need a ratio of females and males, and like the ratio was like, oh, you gotta get 12 more ducks for everyone to be happy. And I'm like, heck no. Yeah. so we found a nice like friendly farm that took ducks. Them. Yeah. Because they were not just beating up on each other, because they actually like killed the third one, like the weakest one, and then they started beating up on my weakest chicken, and she was my favorite. So I'm like, absolutely not. You're not gonna mess with my chickens. Yeah. No, I mean, the birds are very aggressive creatures. Yeah. We that's what we were. Our big concern with when we moved here to the burbs was because we couldn't find anyone to take Hudson the pig, because everyone who was willing to take him was going to eat him. Yeah. And we didn't want to do that. But the chickens were easy enough to find places for, but we were very concerned about Popeye because, like I said, he was massive, and we didn't want people to fight him
because that's more common than you think.
It's very hard to rehome a rooster,
especially
safely.
if you're not gonna eat them and you're not gonna fight them, they're kind of a nuisance, you know.
Yeah, like you don't need
you
too
don't
many.
want 2 or 3. I mean, because a lot of the times, especially if they're like Popeye didn't fight because he was so big.
Yeah,
but he would if he was ever challenged. He was very, they're just
he would have been a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter because he won, but that's why he wasn't a fighter. But so we were very apprehensive about rehoming him because there was a lot of people who would.
I remember you asking me one time.
I probably did,
and I was like, I don't want a rooster.
Yeah,
I was probably like, sorry.
I may
it
have.
was like before our rooster days, and I was like, no, thanks.
No, because we'd gotten like. Someone offered us like, I think it was like $75 for him, which is a lot of money for a chicken. I was like, well, that's too much money for you to not be, so we didn't do it. But we eventually found some, I can't remember where we ended up putting them, but we got most of our livestock from out in Walterboro. There is a livestock auction. It's you've been to Claxton?
I haven't been, but I've heard of it.
It's such a wild experience.
I feel like my husband doesn't want me to go because I'll end up bringing home so many animals.
There would be like goats, but you don't know. A lot of the times it's just chickens, and then sometimes there's goats, and then sometimes there's some obscure creature. You know what I mean? There might be like an emu or something. You never know, but it's a really fun place. And then they'll have just like random antiques that they acquire. They'll do like the stuff auction, and then they'll do the livestock.
I've been meaning to go.
It's super fun.
They have a few different like auctions for like farm animals.
Yeah.
I need to go.
It's a lot of, even if you're not going to buy it, you will. But even if you don't plan to buy anything,
that's probably why I haven't been.
It's a ton of fun to go. It's really great. So you've been doing that for a little while, and then now you've got the pig. Are you anticipating the pig, or have you already bought the pig?
We got him Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is he like itty bitty or?
Yeah, he's still like very tiny. He weighs less than our cat.
Oh wow!
Because our cat's fat.
Still.
Yeah, but he's still. You got a little belly on him, so he's probably gonna get really big, even though we're trying not to overfeed him. But he's so sweet, like you said, just like a little puppy dog.
They're really smart.
He comes straight up to me for like head rubs and stuff. It's so cute.
Yeah, they have like dog brains. I didn't realize pigs could think like that.
Smart. So smart. I've already seen him like. He knows exactly where his food is already. I'm like, it's day 2.
Yeah. Like, well, it's a big priority for them.
Yeah.
They love to eat. That is, that's accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. We just got animals. Homesteading was not the plan at all. I mean, I've always like wanted.
Sure.
I want all the animals. Like I want the goats. I even want an emu.
Emu
like,
would be sweet. Yeah.
It would be so cool. We need bigger land before we like really impulse.
Are y'all still on like the 1 acre or okay? Yeah.
Yeah. So we were either going to get goats or a pig. But goats would have to be like more than one goat because they get lonely.
Yeah.
And then if I actually wanted to be self-sufficient and like milk the goats, then you got to go into like the breeding and everything. We just don't have room for 2 different shelters and a male, female. Like it's just a lot more that goes into it than get the goats.
Yeah.
Cute. I have so many friends like, y'all need a baby goat. I'm like,
goats are cute, but they do.
Know.
They're apparently they're escape artists as well. Yes. That's what I've heard.
Yes.
They're
so
cunning little things.
They will. And our yard is fenced, but I just 2 kids and everything. I was like, I need something a little bit easier, and I was told that the pigs are supposed to be easier.
The pigs are pretty docile, at least from what I've observed.
Which they could escape too, but
but they're not.
Yeah, they can't jump as high as a goat.
I don't know if they can
think
jump.
He's getting off the ground.
Yeah, no, they got. I mean, it's honestly. Especially when they get to be full size, like Hudson is, you look at, I mean, his hoofs like that big around, and I'm like, you're 350 pounds.
Yeah.
That just feels like it's going to snap. But I mean, I guess they're built to hold it. But I'm like, if you took a turn at 5+ miles an hour, you're going down.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a cool little dude, big dude. But goats, we've thought about that. The goal for us way down the line again, whenever right now we'd have to go to war with the HOA to probably get another dog, but whenever we do get to the point where we move back out in the country, that self-sufficiency thing is really, I'm all for that. Like I'm not a big hunter, but I really would like to be, and it's not even necessarily that I enjoy hunting or that I necessarily prefer venison as much as like I have seen what fresh meat looks like. And then if you go to the store, it's just, you buy a steak and it's bright red for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not how.
Yeah, like something's up.
It's just odd, and you just don't know what they're putting in it. And, I don't know. I'm a bit of a, not to get all tinfoil hat on you, but like,
No, you're good.
they've got this like wax now that you put on the apples that it's like, it doesn't wash off. And so the idea is like, well, you just have to put it on at once, and then you never have to worry about the rain. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't wash off. And they're like, no, it's safe to eat. I'm like, yeah. But,
like,
there's
I'll eat them, but
I just don't like, I would prefer to have every bit of the process controlled. Like my sister and I went up to Chattooga Bell Farms it's like just shy of the North Carolina border. It's like right up near like Greenville.
Yeah.
And it's just like this really cool place. You can camp out there in this yurt by the lake for like $20 a night. It's
nice.
Sweet.
I feel like I've been up like in that area, like the whole Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina border.
Yeah,
area.
yeah. It's like right up in that little corner up there. So really cool place. And you can, it's like a kind of a like a U-pick type of orchard type of deal. Like we got strawberries down here, but up there they got orchards and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went up there and we camped out for a weekend and picked the plums and the apples and whatever else they had. But I'd never really been on an orchard before, and what was kind of neat is I'm like, okay, 2/3 of this is like inedible and eaten by bugs and rotten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's how that needs to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it feels like a more organic, proper way to do it versus just, everything's completely fine. Like, yeah, you're going to have loss, but I get why a business would want to just nuke it with preservatives and everything else. But I don't know if I would love to eat that indefinitely,
Absolutely. I get what you're saying. It's very nice to know exactly where your food is coming from. Right now, we only have eggs. Yeah. So a lot of people on my pages are like, you're not a real homestead.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care.
Imagine like, having nothing better eggs to do with your day than to claim someone's not a real homesteader.
Okay,
you really think you're one of a...
like, they're hearing that I have animals, but like you said, it's a homestead page that I run, right? So I just started... I don't know. My dad's the biggest advocate for everything, like
it's
business.
Really, you've got like, it's doing well. Like, it's got like a bunch of followers.
It really does. Yeah. Like he was big on, you just need to go out there and videotape yourself taking care of your chickens. I'm like, Dad, I'm not going to go out there with a camera. Like, and then, and then for some reason I just did. Yeah. And it actually got like a good bit of views.
It has. Yeah.
So I would just go out there with a baby on my hip. Yeah. Take care of my chickens. I'm just like literally like filling up a bucket with water or like throwing out treats, and people watched it. Yeah. And I did like no sound, like had a little bit of music on the back or something.
People like romanticize that so much.
And what happened was I like made a TikTok, Instagram, a Facebook, and on Facebook, I don't even remember what video it was, but no matter what you do or post on Facebook, there's going to be somebody that is like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. You're supposed to do this instead. Yeah. Or like, why did you do that? Or you could have done that, yada, like something. So there was one video, I don't think this was the first video that someone's gotten mad about, but this is a popular one that people get mad about, is if an egg is broken when I go to collect it, I just toss it on the ground.
Oh, and the chickens eat it.
And they'll eat it. Or actually, even before, I think I took them inside and like scrambled them and then fed them back to the chickens, which is like very healthy thing to do. It's protein. I'm feeding them back something they produced. Yeah. Tons of benefits in doing so. And so I made a little video about it, and people are like, that's cannibalism.
That's
like,
nature, bud.
Yeah. Out. People flipped out. And every now and then I'll do something that I think is like so casual and like something that is supposed to help them, or just not even thinking about it. And I post it and people like flip out that I did something the wrong way, or like,
who cares? It's just, people are just so ridiculous on the internet, man. Like, and I have heard, because we would, if we had an egg that was like, we didn't know it was there, and then we're like, this may have been out here for like a week and a half.
Yeah, like I don't want to eat it.
Yeah,
or if
but
it's wet and you're like, well, is the bloom washed off?
Right,
I'm
and then
not
it's
eating it.
like, it's not being sat upon. What's the word for that? Either way, they're not sitting on it, so there's nothing that they're actively growing in here.
Yeah,
and I don't know how long
time,
it's been.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We just toss it though.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't have roosters.
Oh well, then that's for sure. Yeah.
It was not a baby chick
Yeah.
at any stage of its life ever.
Yeah.
It was never going to be. And I even explained that in my caption, but people don't know how to read.
No, but we would just, we would toss it, and then they would, like, they loved to eat it. And, I had heard something somewhere that, like, they're the only, like, real risk of that is that, like, if they kind of get a taste for it and then they will peck open the eggs.
Oh, for sure.
But we've never had that. I'm sure some will, but,
that was the other big thing. So not only was it like, oh, that's cannibalism. Oh, there's a baby chicken there. There was the chicken experts that was telling me that I was an idiot for doing.
No.
Yeah, I know. You're so stupid. You're an idiot because my chickens would develop a taste for it, and that's why in the beginning I did scramble them because I've heard that
it's different.
If they develop a taste for the raw egg, that maybe they'll go and peck the other eggs and you'll have no eggs to collect. But I mean, I got lazy scrambling them, especially when they're covered in poop.
Yeah.
I'm not washing the eggs just to feed it back to the chicken. It's so much easier to like crack it on the fence and throw it out.
Toss it,
yeah. And they never did develop a taste.
Ours
and I heard
never
it's
did.
A myth.
I mean, I'm not doubting that at some point a chicken has chosen to crack open an egg.
Yeah.
But like also, I mean, is that even that much of an issue?
Yeah, I've seen them do it once or twice. The only time that they've ever tried to is if like their feed buckets are empty. And I'm like, oh, you just need to feed them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they don't go after the eggs.
That was a great thing about having so much land is they could, I mean, we would supplement them with feed, but for the most part, they just go get the worms.
Yeah.
Because they just go wherever they want. But they never got like hungry, I don't think. But we had a bunch of trees too. So like they would, all the bugs in the trees and they'd fall down and stuff. But hey guys, me again. Looks like Kailey and I were vibing so much that we got time for 2 wheel spins today. So hey, check it out. Go ahead and give this thing a spin here and see who it lands on. Looks like it's Mr. Zach Chapman of Zach of All Trades. He is our local handyman guy who was on episode 1. If you want to check him out, Zach of All Trades, anything home renovation he can do. So bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, need new floors, paint, whatever you need. Zach of All Trades, he's going to be your guy. So I'll put his phone number somewhere up on the screen and you can give him a call for your next home improvement project. And hey, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, don't forget ctownsales.com or 843-703-9970. Call or text 843-703-9970 or check out ctownsales.com. And now we'll go ahead and jump back here to Miss Kailey. And we're back. I thought my video cut out, but then it didn't. Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened. Welcome back, guys. But yeah, folks on the internet are crazy, and it is a shame that you have so many people out there who, just want to like tear each other down.
Yeah.
And to me, it's kind of unfortunate because I've ranted about this just about every episode, and we'll continue to.
Yeah, perfect.
But,
love this topic.
But you have so many huge companies out there like Amazon, and I always talk about Walmart because to hell with them. But these companies who
big corporations,
have kind of made a living killing small business, and whether intentional or non-intentional, you know what I mean. If you have Old Bill's General Store and then Walmart pops up, you're not going to be able to compete on prices because they can order inventory at 8 million times the volume you can. So, the point is, I think small business, local business has enough to worry about without like cannibalizing each other. You know what I mean? And you just got to block that stuff out, whether it's some nut job on the internet or, I've seen people, they get this scarcity mindset, like some local business who, like I'm sure you probably haven't encountered this, but if just some other photographer was like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. And it's like, dude, settle down. I've seen it in real estate. People get crazy territorial,
Okay. There's so many different directions to bring all of this conversation.
Yeah.
First, before we go back to the people on the internet, oversaturated market. I feel like both photography and real estate is incredibly.
Didn't your brother just start real estate?
Yeah, my brother-in-law did. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Way oversaturated. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so oversaturated, and but that doesn't mean that you can't be a realtor or you can't be a photographer because there's already hundreds of photographers in that niche. Like there's so many family motherhood. Like even though I niche down, there's so many people doing that exact same niche, but that doesn't mean there's no room for me because people are going to hire you based on how you do your business on like me as a person, not just what I'm taking. And I really hate the competitiveness of it. It's so competitive, and I'm competitive like sports wise, but business wise, I hate the tearing down each other. Like people feel so threatened just because you're doing
just because
what
you
they're
exist.
doing.
It's in the same industry, and it's like, here's the thing that I've observed, and I can't speak to, the photography world. I don't know. But like, what I've noticed is, first of all, about 80%, and I'm not exaggerating this stat, about maybe more percent of realtors are like part-time. Yeah. Like they do, maybe 2 or 3 deals a year tops, and they're just like, they're licensed. And all of the like negativity, nasty competitiveness, about like 95% of that seems to come from people who like, I don't want to say aren't doing well, but like
it's like how do you say this nicely?
People who are territorial suck anyway. It's just
there's this quote, and I'm going to butcher it because I can't remember anything ever, but it's something like, no one's going to criticize you for doing. You know which quote I'm talking about? It's like, if they're going to criticize you, it's because
a business owner will never criticize you for starting a business. An athlete will never criticize you for going to a gym, something like that. Something along those lines. But no, that's absolutely true. And if you are doing well in the industry, you're not usually going to feel threatened. And I've met them. There's a few people that do really well, and they're just weird. But for the most part, it's the people on the lower end of the totem pole who are just at each other's throat, and it's just really
very
toxic.
hard. And like, I'm just starting out too. I feel like I'm nowhere near, like I have the biggest imposter syndrome ever. Like I feel like I'm nowhere near where I want to be, which you're not supposed to be starting out. So and you got to kind of remind yourself, like it takes a while to grow and to learn and everything. But there are people that like just, I don't know. I'm just very big on like helping each other out. Like I have other photographer friends, and there's nothing wrong with me sharing a post of their advertisement. Because some people wouldn't, because like, oh, they're going to take my potential clients that I haven't booked, But I mean, people are going to choose who they want to work with anyway. I like to support. There's a group, I'm not going to name it, on Facebook, that people are beginners and they're asking questions, and people just will not answer them because like,
that's nasty. I don't like
scared.
that.
Like, or they'll be like, "Where's a nice grass field?" and they'll get no responses because people are like,
reveal my turf.
Yeah, those are my spots. Yeah. So I always like message them and be like, "Hey."
Yeah. No, it's crazy the amount of toxicity you see in these things, and it's a real shame because, like I was saying before, it's like, I mean, I can't think of the Walmart equivalent of photography, but like. Or like whatever, like I'll talk about Rachel because it's an easier comparison for me. Like, I don't know of any other niche lemonade people. I'm sure there are, you know what I mean? But it's like, listen, it's us against Minute Maid. All right. We gotta, you know what I mean? I'm not the threat here. You know what I mean? Like, we can both, we're here fighting over 1% of the business, and Minute Maid has 99%. If you're gonna have an issue with anybody, you know what I mean?
So much wrong with the world. To like, you could tear down there, like put your energy, if you're going to tear down something, put your energy towards something that needs to be torn down. Like, I don't understand why people want to tear down someone who's no threat to them,
just minding your own business, having a good time.
Circling back to the homestead thing, people just comment to tear me down. And I'm like, I respond to them too. People are like, be the bigger person, just ignore them, whatever.
It is good for like algorithm to.
Yeah, but exactly. They don't get that. I'm like, the more I comment,
they're low key your biggest
the
supporters.
more views I'm getting, which is not all about the views.
Controversy is key.
Yes. But no, I respond back because it's fun to. I'm like, if you're gonna mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you.
It is fun. Yeah.
I have an occasional few minutes of my day to respond. I love when my videos go viral. Chardonnay and yes, I love the haters. And honestly, thank you. This sounds so.
Thank you, hater.
Thank you, hater. Because they're legitimately the reason why my page on Facebook is so
super
big.
good. It's like what, like 25? How many?
I have almost 40K followers on Facebook.
Dude. That's really good.
It is, and it's only because of those videos that go viral, and my videos only ever go viral if someone's in the comments telling me what I'm doing wrong. Like, oh, you didn't clean their pool good enough. Now they have dirty water. I'm like, they're literally eating from like mud puddle.
They all They say from nature.
Yeah, and I'm like, and they have fresh water everywhere. They're animals. Little like dirt stain on their kiddie pool is not going to kill us.
That's it trips me out. We live in this plastic world, and again, not to get whipping my tinfoil back out, but like, up until pretty recently, like there was no clean water for humans. I mean, we're talking about
going back in time to the streams. And
I mean, not even like 100 years ago, it was questionable. Like we had running water, but it was, we figured out penicillin like a week ago relative to human history. You can withstand a lot more than you think. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's sunlight, you know what I mean? People stand in the sun for half an hour and they're like,
yeah.
I mean, look, I burn as much more than anybody, but
no, if you can't tell, I'm an outdoorsy person. I'm like, that's why I like
touch grass. It's not that bad. It's ridiculous.
Like it's fine. They're chickens.
You know what I found out the other day? This is maybe I'm stupid for not knowing this, and I probably should know this, especially being in real estate. But like, so in the suburbs, there's just a guy that drives around and poisons the air at night. Did you know this?
No.
Okay, I was outside.
Going down conspiracy theory.
No, this is. I swear, I was like about to call the police. I'm like, there's a terrorist poison. So, okay, have you seen? Is this stupid? You've seen American Horror Story, or you know the show?
I know the show.
Okay,
there's one.
It's you shouldn't. It's been, but it's bad. But anyway. There was one episode where there was the bad guys had like a poison van and they were putting gas in the neighborhood. Anyway, but I swear that's what I thought it was because I had to get something out of my car at like 2 a.m. and I just hear this kind of like engine and then a bzzz, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I look and there's a dude driving down the street. He's got a truck with a big old tank on the back and he's just shooting gas out of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is that?
Is he spraying for like mosquitoes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I like the next one was like, Mariah, there's this guy poisoned our neighborhood at 2 a.m. last night. And she's like, yeah, he's been doing that for decades. Yeah. She's like, but I'm like, that's crazy. Why do you think
there's no mosquitoes in our backyard?
It is crazy because we live, Westcott used to be a swamp, so there should be a million. But then it's just like, I guess that's a normal thing, but he's just poisoning the air all the time. And I know it's like mosquito poison, but like, I bet if I, huff some, it wouldn't be good for me.
Oh, for sure. I'm very pro nature. No. And it's funny because my husband is a landscaper. So like there's people that hire him to spray and whatnot while I'm like, or like they hire him to like rake the leaves. I'm like, no, leave the leaves for the bugs.
Yeah.
But like that's what he does as a living is like cut lawns and stuff. And I'm very big on like wildflowers and whatnot. So but I definitely would rather. And like you said, with the pesticides and the fruit, like with the homestead, I'm trying to learn how to garden. And I don't think I have that much of a green thumb at all. And these bugs are insane.
You do have to. So I'm not even necessarily anti-pesticides. I just would like to choose which ones.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
Like, so I can like research, like I need to know which, like I want to know about which one, not just whatever. Because, a commercial pharmacist is the cheapest. And as a businessman, I can't necessarily blame them for that. It's like, the FDA said I could. So
I was like, I get why they spray all of our foods with all this stuff because the bugs will literally ruin like my entire garden so quick. But it just sucks that that's what is being done at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you want to go like fully organic, like no nothing, then it's kind of like you almost have to have like
It's very hard.
what's that?
I said it's very hard.
Well, I was gonna say you have to have like acres of land because like 4/5 of it is just not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like when I was up there at Chateauga Belle, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Shout out to Chateauga Belle Farms.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like 2/3 at minimum of that fruit was just like, either had like some weird growth on it or bugs had eaten it up. And it was,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But that's just, you lost 2/3 of your yield, but
exactly. Or the benefits of having chickens for me is they eat bugs.
They do eat bugs.
And so it's nice to let them out in the garden. And it's really like hard to choose when to let them do that. Because if I'm like at the early stage in the garden, they'll scratch up my seeds that I just planted.
Well,
I'm
and
like,
you can have
like
I think like ladybugs are supposed to like eat the other bugs. So you can like deploy them.
So that's the other thing is there's so many factors. I've
You can
learned so much.
Yeah, I
during
went
the
down like a
homestead.
plant rabbit hole once, and it was like if you plant this particular like this garlic and this onion, it'll like the bugs don't want to be around it, so you can like put up defensive,
the companion
chives.
plants.
And then the dandelions make the other plant happy for some reason or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I guess you could if you really like figured it out. That'd be a much easier way to go about it. And then now you got herbs, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. The chickens can eat the bugs, but they can also eat like all the peppers, and but you still have like some peppers enough for you. So as long as you plant enough for both the chickens and yourself, then like it's just like a battle. You gotta pick your battles.
Well, and like there's a few things that I've grown that have done really well just in our backyard, but like really hot peppers, I like to do those, especially because like the ghost peppers, we grow those, and the good thing is like if a bunch get killed or whatever, it's not that big of a deal because they're just so hot. You only need a couple anyway.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
But I really can only eat half of one.
Yeah, they're really spicy, but those grow really well. But the chickens for sure because. I don't know, you probably do know this because you're a bird gal, but they can't.
Maybe.
They don't. The spicy doesn't get them.
Yes,
the capsaicin.
Yes,
capsaicin. Yeah, they can't
at pronouncing things, but they don't.
I'm certain I pronounced it wrong, but you know the word. But
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't bother them.
They can't taste spicy.
And did you know why?
No.
It's because it's how they spread their seeds because their seeds don't digest, so they want the birds to eat them and fly somewhere else and then.
Gotcha.
Seed it.
See. Everything full circle.
Yeah, but the mammals don't get down with it. The deer won't eat your hot peppers. It'll
or the squirrels, like because some people put the red pepper flakes in the bird seed to keep the squirrels away.
Mammals don't get down with the capsaicin. Pig probably would just because they do eat it. They don't care, but they'll eat anything. They'll eat anything at all. I don't know. See what happens. Give them a ghost pepper.
I'm curious. Poor buddy. I need some water.
It's fast. Yeah, no, I'll give Hudson one next time I see him. But but the birds, they don't bother them. They can't notice it. So yeah, the chickens probably would. But okra grows really good here too. I've noticed that. Okra and hot peppers, tomatoes. Tomatoes.
I had some jalapenos.
And banana
peppers.
Bananas. Yeah, they're good too. And corn, but you need a ton of it. You can't do like a corn.
Yeah, I don't have.
Because they have to like lean on each other.
I'm sure I could find some room for corn, but
you need a bunch of room.
I have no room for corn.
Yeah, no, you need some because you need it. They can't like support themselves, so they have to be together.
Yeah, right. And this year I did the whole like arch trellis thing in the garden beds and trying to.
It's a vibe.
Look the fit for like Instagram.
Do you find yourself like trying to like make your homestead like internet aesthetic?
So starting out the homestead thing, I like aesthetic just because I'm very like
it's a vibe.
Yeah, I'm just like very organized person, and I like things to look pretty. But when I started the page, I told myself that I was only going to post realistic content because there's so much. Homesteading is like a trend, and I don't like I said, I don't consider myself a homesteader because the real definition is to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, sure.
And the only thing self-sufficient that I'm doing is the eggs I get from the chickens. I'm not making sourdough. I'm not canning. I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't get meat from my chickens yet.
Yeah.
My pig is a pet. I'm not
Yeah.
breeding him. So am I really a homestead? I don't know. But I'm starting a garden and I'm learning how to make food for myself. So, I mean, I'm starting at like that base level of learning how to
It's a process. And you know what? I think that's kind of like if somebody was like Mariah and I were very blessed that her family and really my family, like my family has tons of land up in Lakeview. And then, or it's Lake City, one of them.
Yeah.
But not that matters. But then Mariah's family has land. So, you know, if it really, you know, if I was just didn't care about the commute and, you know, we didn't like the schools here as much as we do, you know, we could go there anytime. But for a lot of people, you know, the feasibility to just have a few hundred acres is such a hard thing to do. And so most people, if they're like, hey, I can't just go acquire 10 plus acres right now and then uproot my life, but maybe I can, you know, kind of baby step into this. And maybe they don't have an acre. A lot of people around here don't even have half an acre, you know, Somerville. But, you know, if they're just like, hey, I want a few chickens, or like if I just kind of want to even try my hand at growing a few plants, you know what I mean?
It starts with just 4 chickens.
It is a gateway drug. Yeah. 4 chickens
Here
is.
I am with a pig.
But, you know, it's like, it feels like your page would almost be more resourceful to somebody who is trying to get into it and like actually trying to see it. Cause like you said, sometimes, like my wife has it, it's more in her algorithm than mine. But you know, she'll send me these videos and I'm like, she bought that flower at the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like sometimes I'm like, did you
There's so many
mill that flower yourself truly?
staged videos.
I feel like,
and they get the views because it is pretty and it's like the goal, the dream. So people are like, oh, I want that. And I mean, their pages are successful, but I just wanted something like, here's what
like a realistic, this is
actually looks like
what you're
starting
doing.
out. Like we're not rich, you know, we're not rich. Our coop is, we upgraded our coop. So it looks nice, but it doesn't look like a mini tiny home either. As much as I would want it to, it doesn't look like that. And like the chickens are drinking out of a kiddie pool.
See, it's kind of funny you brought up the rich thing because that's another slight pet peeve of mine is I'm like, you definitely spent 200 grand and are, you know, like self-sufficient at this point, and it's, you know, yielding like, I don't know, $1,000 worth of product a year. And I'm like, all right, that you kind of, you know, bought, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, you sort of bought this lifestyle. I don't know if you're really
I mean, it's expensive. Some people really do it budget, like build a coop out of like free pallets. Like that's budgeting
or
for
acquired
sure.
pallets, you know?
Yeah,
But,
right? Acquired.
Acquired turtles.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's a lot because you're like, oh, I want chickens. I want those free. I'm going to get free eggs every day. And you say free eggs and we're going to save money on eggs.
Yeah.
And then you get more chickens and you need a bigger coop. And it's like, oh, that's like $500 in lumber.
It can be like, it's just having land is so much of a cheat code. Because like I said, we really only bought the feed as like a treat for them because there was just enough bugs that they could kind of free range around, and we would just supplement every now and again.
Because feed's expensive.
Feed is very expensive, and so, you know, it was kind of I mean, if you like price it out to like farm fresh organic eggs, you might be saving money, but it's still cheaper to buy the like awful great value eggs. You know what I mean? But once you have enough space and they can kind of just live off the land. Now, if you're not factoring how much you pay for the land, that's a whole other thing. But and then your taxes and blah blah blah. But you know, that's a bit more. And then they do. I mean, if you let them, they'll reproduce pretty fast.
Yeah,
like we
have not.
Yeah, no, I mean, they'll go. They, you know,
we'd have 200 chickens
because Popeye, you know, he was doing his thing, and you know, if you have a few solid layers, and I
have a lot of broody hens that want to hatch, and I try to break them out of it.
Yeah, they want it, but
they want the babies.
But they'll you know, and they'll do their thing, and you know, I mean, you can, if you let them do it, you'll get like, if you have, you know, out of like 20, 25 chickens, if you just kind of let them do their thing, I mean, you'll get 10, 15 more a month, easy.
For sure.
Just rocking them out. Yeah. And you only need the one rooster. He is versatile.
I know. I feel like even 3's too much, but
if they get along, it's fine.
yeah, I did end up letting one of the broody hens. So like the hen that wants to lay the eggs and sits on them. She was sitting on unfertilized ones before I had the roosters.
Yeah.
So I bought fertilized ones because I wanted like a specific breed. So I'm I want these chicks to lay. I mean,
she was cool with it?
Worked. Yeah, she stayed there. I like made sure she was going to stay there and not break out before I bought them. And my timing, I did this like right before I gave birth to my second one. So I like had chicks the week before
that would have been
I had a newborn. So.
Yeah, newborn with the chicks.
Yeah. Right. But they, she did hatch 5.
There you go.
5 hatched, and 3 of those were roosters. So my luck with straight run is just, woo.
We had
by the pullets.
We had. I'm too nervous to like because we had Penny was the queen mama. She just she was the broodiest of them all, and that was also. It's the one rooster. We call it. I was Papa's main hoe. We said. Yeah. But they would, because they go wherever in the backyard, but they'd always sleep together no matter what. Yeah. That was his ride or die. But and she also survived. It's like I said, in nature with the possums and the hawks, there was a pretty big mortality rate. But anyway, there was one time though, Penny had been sitting on some eggs, and then I think it was either 4 or 5. I don't know how many hatched, but as it turned out, one of the eggs was from a different chicken, and she killed that immediately.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
so she knew.
Oh yeah, no, but you could tell it was from a different breed because it wasn't just like another of hers; it was like a different breed. Yeah, no, immediately. So I'm like, ooh, but I was a little worried about that. But I don't know. Penny was kind of like that,
It was a crazy experience. I even had, this was one of the videos that went viral as well as one of my most viewed videos. So I'm hatching these chicks. I've been giving updates and everything. Every morning not every morning, but I go out, collect eggs. And at the time, a lot of eggs were being kicked from the nesting box to inside the coop. So I annoyingly have to go in the coop and get these eggs that are not in the boxes, because chickens do not easily lay in your nesting box like you want them to. Like they'll be on the floor, the ground, wherever. Yeah. So somewhere in the coop, whatever, I collected some, brought them inside. This is while the hen is still on that nest, right? So I bring it in. I sell eggs now because we have a good amount in the busy season. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm like cleaning it off to put it in a carton to sell. And when I wipe it with a paper towel, like the eggshell like flaked off, like you're peeling a boiled egg, flaked off, like there. And I was like, what?
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck? So
I don't know what would cause that.
Yeah. And then so I just kept peeling it. I'm like, this is a weird egg. Yeah. Let me videotape this.
Experience.
Yeah, I was like, let me videotape because I'm always
brain going
trying to think of like new videos to post or whatever. So I'm like, okay, let me see what this is about. And I'm peeling it, and it's not breaking. I'm expecting yolk to come out.
So
and
it's just
not.
Like
the membrane.
Yeah.
The white membrane is kind of hard. And I'm like, why is this egg? Oh, crap. And then I realized that it must have fallen out of the nest that the hen was laying on, and this was a chick. And the egg was cold, and I'm assuming it's been on the floor
it's dead,
all night. And I'm like, dang, one of my eggs is dead, whatever. I'm like, I'm a science girl. I'm curious. I'm going to open it.
Gotta dissect it,
I'm going to open it. So I need 2 hands. So I set up my tripod. Yeah. I'm over the sink and I'm just like peeling this egg, and I like slowly open it. I'm like, oh, this is so gross. Yeah. I'm like, this is so gross. This is a dead chick. Like, this is like tomboy, like fully
It is
came
pretty
out.
interesting though.
Yeah. I pull it out.
So
it was a
little
full baby chick. And
it was like full?
It was a full baby
pretty
chick.
Pretty deep into development? Okay.
Yes. And I'm like, dang, that's sad. This little dead chick or whatever. And it flops over, and then I heard it cheep.
Oh,
and
wow. That's crazy.
I was like, am I hearing that, or that really happened? So I like warmed it up in my hand and try to get it. I'm like, maybe, because it needs warmth. I'm like, I guess I'll just warm it up. And I'm like, maybe I'm just tripping, you know, and then it cheeped again. I'm like, oh, it's alive. Oh my gosh. I'm like freaking out.
That's so crazy.
It was so cool.
Did it survive or no?
It survived. It's one of my roosters.
It would be a rooster.
Yeah, I know. It would be a rooster. I'm
die.
like, I've had those comments too. Yeah. So of course it was the rooster. So that's why I'm like, can't get rid of my roosters. Cool. So it was so cool. And I'm like debating whether or not I should post this video.
I think that's very neat.
I thought it was so cool. Should absolutely post it, right? Yeah. Knowing how sensitive Facebook, I was like, it's cool. I have to post it. I posted. Listen, the reactions.
I bet. Yeah.
From these people, I'm like, look at this. I've shared. Whole caption told you the exact same story.
No one's written that. Yeah.
Wrote it in the caption because I knew that people are gonna be whatever about it, and so told the whole story. And people don't read captions.
No, not even a little bit.
They don't read captions. So immediately people are like, "You're not supposed to help the chicks hatch. Like you could have killed it. Like." Yeah. The vessel,
really,
the
you
blood
saved
vessel.
It.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, I saved it. I rescued it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have sold this to a person. So maybe don't buy eggs from me.
Slight refund, yeah.
Yeah, someone would have tried to boil an egg. And I got a full baby chick.
So that's in some cultures that's a delicacy though. So you know.
Exactly. No, in our we're both Filipino, so that
you're Filipino. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Is that do y'all do? They ferment it, or is that a different one I'm thinking about?
No, I'm trying to think of what it's called because I should know.
It's like a tea egg.
Kind of, yeah. I don't. All I know is they eat the baby chick.
I've seen, but there's one that like buries it in the dirt for like a long time.
I don't know how they do it. I'm sure they might.
It's like ferments in the dirt and it's like rotten, and then they're like, this is fire.
Yeah.
It might be Filipino.
I don't know. I'm sure it's over in that region, but honestly, it's gross.
It might be. I feel like I've heard about it I think he was Josh Rife. You remember him?
No. But I'm mad that I can't Filipino. Think of the name because I could tell you it if
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember if it was Philippines or not. I know there's one of the somewhere in East Asia does something like that, but I don't know if they all ferment them or not. But yeah, some people eat it. So there's some people that was like, "Ooh, yum" in the comments, and there's other people that are like, "You absolutely should not. Like, you could have killed him." Like and then there's people that go as crazy as like, "You're an animal abuser. I can't believe you own chickens. You shouldn't own any animals ever, yada, yada, yada." You just got to laugh. That just feels like somebody who hasn't been around chickens because, and I don't know, I hate to like say this, but after having chickens, I feel like, how do I say this? Not that I value chickens' lives less, but like you realize how fragile they are. Yeah. Like, the first time you're like, oh, no chicken. But then you're like, after a couple years, and you're like, it was time. Like, God needed, claimed you back, brother. But I mean, after like a couple years, you just realize like, okay, well, if once, 4 hatch, I will probably get like 1, maybe 2 of these to adulthood because, a hawk will come yoink a baby or, they just.
Or pecking order. I mean, sometimes
they'll just, the other mothers will just come kill babies sometimes.
And people don't realize that chickens are omnivores, so they eat both meat. They're dinosaurs. They're not just like grass grain chickens. They will eat meat, the weakest.
Yeah, they do, and it's just they're whatever. And also sometimes they just like fall over for whatever reason. I don't know.
I've had that.
Yeah, it's just like that's enough of this. And we had I forget what it's called. But it's one of the chickens that has the black skin. These ones? Have you heard of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those. I ate that one.
I know the silkies have the black skin too, but there's another that starts.
It was a silky, yeah. It tasted not good. Really? But I think that was a skill issue. I don't think I drained it the way it should.
I don't know how to pull chickens yet. One day I'll get there.
It's really like gamey if you don't.
I said if I were to do meat, because I don't think I could do meat rabbits yet. I'm still in the.
They're better for meat than chickens because they are more like it costs less money to get the meat.
Yeah, and rabbits breed like way faster.
Yes, they do.
But quail.
Oh yeah,
it would be my next animal. I think
they breed well.
I think so. What I know is their eggs hatch very fast and they become egg layers only in 6 weeks. Where
really?
chickens, it can take 6 months for a chick or pullet to become an egg layer. So people think, oh, chickens, I'm going to get these eggs. And you have to wait 6 months to get your first egg. And it's like real tiny.
I've seen a lot of people got like guineas around here too.
Yeah. Guineas are loud though.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never had them. But I've seen them. I would go do like.
Me neither, but
I've seen. I don't know. It's a lot of the times I'll do a showing for somebody, and if it's a house that has a bunch of land and they may have some chickens. All the time people have these guineas.
If you have no neighbors, then guineas would be really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
They're like the alarm clocks. But
I don't know. There's all types. I would for sure be more akin to, for meat, I think chickens or rabbits would be fine with that. I wouldn't mind. I think that like Hudson we can't eat. But I don't know. Mammals are more akin to like becoming pets, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm just too much of an animal lover. As much as I like totally agree with like knowing where your foods come from, it's definitely better than, like you said, going to Walmart.
Yeah, I feel like you have to, especially with like a cow or a pig, you have to kind of like designate it from birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I would have my pet pigs, but if I were to like breed like my chickens, I wouldn't kill my chickens, but if I wanted to raise meat chickens, knowing that I'm going to...
Have you ever seen a meat chicken?
Yeah, they're huge.
It's crazy.
Not in person,
so
on Instagram.
Yeah, it's insane that like just like
they
weird.
grow so fast.
So Tractor Supply accidentally gave us one once.
Really?
There was supposed to be 4 of the Americanas.
You never know what you're going to get.
No, this is some kid. He's like a high school job, and he's like, oh, yeah. So we got 3, we thought 4 Americanas, and then we had 3, and then about like a week and a half, we're like, this guy's double the other ones immediately. Just huge. And then they get to like, have you seen the like My 600-Pound Life? You know how they like can't get out of bed?
Yeah.
Okay, so the normally by this point somebody has killed them and eaten them. Yeah. But we weren't doing that, so we just kind of let them go. Yeah. They can't walk. They get too big to the point where they literally cannot walk anymore. Yeah. But we didn't want to like eat them, so we just like would bring food to them, like when they bring like 3 pizzas to the person in bed. Yes. And we're just like, all right, here you go, bro. And they just like, it's honestly so sad. Like it kind of, it's sad, but it's also fascinating how we figured out a way genetically to create something that is dysfunctional. Yeah. Because normally genetics evolve and it would make it better. But this is, it can't breathe. It's
designed to be killed for meat.
Right. But like it.
And I feel like that's what people don't get either, because they're like, no, don't kill it. And it's like,
no,
if
it died. Yeah, it died less than a year.
He lives a miserable.
Yeah, so within 6 months, we probably should have killed it in hindsight, because within 6 months it was fully sized, and I think
that's a tough one. You weren't expecting it.
It was not a year that it just like I guess had a heart attack. I guess I don't know, but within 6 months it couldn't walk, and it was just like. Like you could just see it breathing.
I probably would have let it live to see how long it could live.
It was kind of, we're like, let's see how long he'll go before he just, less than a year. Yeah. But no, it was just heavy breathing, couldn't walk chicken. And it was, do whatever you want. You just kind of like nudge it and it couldn't move.
Chickens are, like you said, they're the gateway animal. You think, I'm just going to get a few chickens because that's all we have room for.
It never.
Now I have over 20 chickens. Yeah. And then like you crave the need for learning more. Like now I want
what it is.
Quail.
20 chickens, now it's pig time. Yeah.
Or even like I had just the regular like brown eggs you see in the store for like organic eggs. And then you're like, you can have purple eggs.
Yeah, those are sweet.
What? So, I want the blue, I want the green, I want the Morans for the dark chocolate brown. I was like, I need those. I want the speck. Like,
they're so cool.
You go into a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good though, and I think it's better. Everyone should have, some. Like, you're not going to survive an apocalypse with a few chickens, you know what I mean? But at least to some level, you have some self-sufficiency and just the basic understanding of what food is, and just like
where it comes from, how to take care of things.
This is a McNugget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is
like, I'm not expecting to be able to survive on my own. Like some people are like, no, you need to be fully self-sufficient, and you need to can those cucumbers so that they're on the shelf forever. And
yes.
I mean, I would like to learn how to do that stuff, but I'm not. I have so much going on. I'm like, I don't have time to learn how to make sourdough yet, even though everyone on Instagram is making sourdough.
Yeah, that's like, you're not a true homesteader until you're making sourdough with 3 hours worth of makeup on.
It's like I have a toddler like screaming in my ear right now. I don't.
No, I tried. I had I got it really into baking a while ago.
Yeah.
And I'd suck at it. But I was really into it.
No,
and,
I'm not great. My husband's the cook of the family.
No,
shout out Alex.
Shout out Alex, Chef Alex. Yes. I kind of sort of figured out like just basic white bread, you know?
Yeah.
And I can kind of sort of do like dinner rolls now. Mm-hmm. But
make me hungry.
But
Texas roadhouse roll.
Oh yeah. But the sourdough, I'd had success like making the starter and all the stuff you do there, but then I don't know why I couldn't like get it to be bread.
No, I literally can't comprehend how I'm like, you're feeding. What?
Yeah, well, no, it's like, I mean, it's a lot. It makes sense.
I would have to do it to understand it.
Yeah, I don't know at what point it's not working. But sourdough is weird because like it's regional. Yeah, you know, it like because you get the yeast comes from the air. It's not like the yeast packet. So it's like South Carolina sourdough is going to taste different than...
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the yeast comes from the air. So whatever the hell is going around in the air is going to like taste like your dough.
Yeah.
And then you have to...
Mosquito repellent.
This is specialty Westcott mosquito poison bread. Yes.
Sourdough
Maybe
brand.
that's why my starter didn't work. Because it's been pesticided by the mosquito man. I'm going to find that guy. I'm going to tell him to stop next time. I'm going to slide him a 20 and be like,
sourdough.
Like here's a $50 bill. Never come back. Just tell your boss that you did it. Just turn off the switch in front of my house, bro. I don't like this.
Mosquitoes are bad though.
When's the last time you seen a roly-poly, dude? I miss them.
That's true.
The mosquito man killed all the roly-polies, and somebody should stick up for those guys.
I'm not a fan of bugs, but also I'm a fan of bugs.
I'm not a fan of bugs, but like they're supposed to be there. You know what I mean?
We need the good ones, because if not, then all the bad ones are going to kill your zucchini.
No, and I'm not Mr. Bugman. I mean, there's a specific spider that I do battle with
inside,
about every night.
Dead,
for sure, killed on sight. But
save the bees.
But that's you should get into bees. Yeah. That's another thing I want to do too. It's on the list.
It's on the I have several things on the list.
Yeah, bees would be nice. My buddy Gabe, he does some bees out in Arizona. Yeah. That's also a thing where their honey tastes like, whatever they're pollinating from.
Yeah. No, that would be cool. I do have a friend in Colombia where she has a page where she did the bees and stuff. And
bees would be cool.
I was like, tempted. I'm tempted. That's cool. But she really got into it, and
that's a pretty big
I just need
investment too.
Yeah.
Like, cause you got,
she had the suit.
I guess you don't need a suit, but you need a suit.
I would want a suit.
Yeah, you need
I'm too much of a scaredy cat.
And then you'd have to get like a little kid suit too,
Yeah, right.
So you can take the photos. Yeah.
You gotta have the mini beekeepers.
Yeah, for the vibes. But I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes. I follow the page. It's fun. It's really cool. And I
don't know what I'm doing.
That's what makes it fun to me though. You know what I mean? Like it's better to see an authentic figuring it out to me than like here's this staged, I know what I'm doing.
As much as like the teacher in me wants to like teach, I'm like, I'm just learning. And that's like in my bio, I'm learning.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta figure it out before you can teach. And then 10 years down the line, I'm sure it'll be different. But it's a fun page. It's really great. Yeah. Check it out, guys. Go on the internet and follow it.
I Wanna Go Homestead.
I Wanna Go Homestead.
Yes.
And then since we're doing shout out, I Wanna Go Homestead on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm sure all the internets. Yeah. All the internets.
I just started YouTube Shorts because that's the thing too.
I gotta start doing those. I gotta start cutting up these podcasts and doing the thing.
I've had a routine to do like Instagram, then TikTok, then Facebook, and then so I always forget to go to YouTube Shorts and upload it there too. But occasionally.
I don't spend a lot. Subscribe. I don't do a lot of YouTube shorten as far as like consuming that content, but I will sometimes if I'm tired of my own BS on my algorithm. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if my Instagram reels are just like,
you accidentally watch one video too long.
Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not in the mood for whatever nonsense I've built for myself in this. I'm just going to go over to YouTube and this one's fresh. And
for sure. My YouTube is filled with like Miss Rachel.
There you go. Yeah.
Shout out Miss Rachel.
Need a Miss Rachel break. I got to detox from whatever nonsense is on my Instagram.
Another one. is a YouTuber. He's called Farmer Jason.
Farmer Jason.
And my 2-year-old, he's very into him right now.
Is he like a Wiggles type of guy?
No, I mean, he's more just straight up farmer.
Oh, and your 2-year-old just digs it?
Occasionally he's posted some where he like counts with them or like shapes colors or something, but he's mostly like kind of like, I mean, he's like, let's go feed the pigs.
So is it like, is a 2-year-old the target demo? Or
maybe he has 2 different pages. So he has like his farm is Cog Hill Farms.
Cog Hill?
Yeah, I think they're in Alabama.
And
he has
Cog
like his
Hill Farms,
adult
Alabama.
Page. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he's got the Alabama, which I feel like we can't pick on the country accent too much.
No,
for South Carolina, but
there's levels to this game.
Yeah.
Look,
but no, you can tell he's from Alabama for sure.
Bama.
And then he has like a kids page that's more like, hey, little farmers, you know. But he has the Cooney pigs.
Oh yeah.
And I've been watching him.
He's the inspiration.
Like take care of these pigs. So I'm like, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. They're super easy to like, because they just will eat whatever, and then you just gotta give them water, and they just
feed them.
Don't expect them to be clean.
Water.
They want to be dirty. It makes them cool.
Right. And my little one, he's been obsessed with farm animals.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to get him something other than a chicken.
See, that's good.
He wants a cow, but.
Yeah, that's hard on an acre.
Yeah, no cows. No cows. I said, we'll get a pig. And every morning now he's like, piggy.
That's good for their development,
cute.
man. It is. I'm convinced it's
so
good for a kid's development to be around the animals.
Giving him, the childhood impulse buy all the animals.
Yeah. No, it's good. We need more kids like that growing up around animals. And I just, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, my kids, they'll watch TV and play video games. I'm not saying that it's like,
like I said, we're on YouTube. We watch Miss Rachel.
It's like, that's chill, but like, I'm not, but
Yeah.
the ones that are just like,
there's a balance. He loves outside.
You have to, like, because outside's so nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Outside. Like
you don't want them to be.
You're not technically an iPad baby.
Yes.
We try to like limit it, like unless we're absolutely desperate.
Yeah.
We might whip out a phone, but sure. I try not to do it at dinner.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like there's levels to it. You don't have to like.
But are we at home in the morning and turn on the TV when he wakes up so I can drink coffee? Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. And then we go outside later and he's got the water hose and both him and the pig are like in the mud.
No, there's balance to it. That's how my parents did. We didn't have, the doom scrolling when we were growing up, but
we watched TV.
Yeah, we
SpongeBob.
had it's Cartoon Network.
Exactly.
But but that's how my parents did. It was like, all right, you can, do it for an hour and then you got to go run in circles in the woods. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. And that's awesome. And I don't know. I think it's okay. You don't have to. I'm not anti-screens for kids.
It's hard to completely limit it.
Yeah.
At a certain point in your day where you're just like really tired, you're like, what else?
Well, and running a business, like if you, it's like, hey, I need to edit this photo right now, so I'm gonna deploy you to Miss Rachel.
Yeah, I've caught myself saying like, why can't you just sit down and watch Miss Rachel for like 5 minutes? 5 minutes. I'm like, please let me respond to this client for a second.
No, it's weird, man, because kids are, and you'll see, because yours is there's like 7. How old is the youngest now? It's like just really fresh, right?
He's 2. Oh, the youngest, she's 7 months. She'll almost 8 months old.
So it's probably too early to totally see, but like my 2 boys are.
Yeah.
The oldest, he likes the Legos and the stuff, and we can just be like, hey, go disassemble and reassemble blocks over there.
Yeah, no, the attention spans are.
But he can do that, and he's always been like that. It's just like his personality. Even when he was younger, he was good with just playing with toys and himself. But the young Broxton, he needs to be either with his brother or with you.
Yeah.
Or he just needs to. He doesn't like to be by himself, and that's just personality. I guess.
Thankfully, I think that he does really good playing by himself.
That's good.
Which is good, but he's also still only 2, and every 5 minutes he's gonna need more water. He wants a snack, like stuff like that, or like he jumps off the couch and falls. There's always something that he's still needing. Like you're being a parent or a mom, you're just like you're needed.
Yeah, you get really good at doing something in 3 minutes and then coming back to it because that's like that's just necessity. But you seem to be handling it really, really well. You know,
seem to be.
Look,
seem to be keywords.
I cannot 100% confirm or deny,
it,
but
I'm glad it seems.
No, it should. I mean, look, you know, you've got your business. It looks like it's doing really well.
It's
you know,
running.
I haven't looked in your books or anything, but it seems like, you know, you're doing great. You know, I see more and more posts, which I assume means you're getting more and more business. And the homestead page is just awesome. I don't know if you're making a buck off of that or not, but either way, it's still very. Are you really?
Yeah. So the whole monetization, whatever, is you have to have like 10,000 followers to even begin to make a penny. Some days I literally make a penny.
Sick.
Yeah, but. Occasionally, like I said, those viral videos, like when I opened that chick up and posted that, everyone flipped out. It was shared on like all my platforms, even like Newsweek. Like,
really?
Yeah, featured it.
That's
like
pretty
this
cool.
person reached out to me. I'm like, is this spam? I was like, can I have your credentials, please? So I like don't get fooled. But yeah, it was a Newsweek article. It was really cool. But Facebook does give me money now for views.
Nice.
Yeah. So every now and then I make like an extra couple hundred a month. It's not a lot. I mean, it's
Still,
not
though.
like
That's
I'm
pretty
living
cool.
off of it, but it's a good extra paycheck every now and
For
then.
sure.
I haven't had a viral video in a hot minute, so it's very inconsistent, but it's better than that. It motivates me to keep videotaping
No, that's really cool.
random stuff.
That's pretty cool to get that. I don't really do like I like this.
Yeah.
This is really fun for me, the podcast thing, because I love talking to people.
Yeah. I did not expect to make like influencer money.
You'd be hard pressed to find me doing like a TikTok dance. It's, you know, I'm not like
No.
I don't really
Even the trends, like the templates for the trends and stuff on Reels, I
can't. It's just not.
I can't. Yeah.
It's not my thing. It is truly.
Cringe.
It is cringe. Yeah, I'm not. I can't do it. But you know, I do love this. So I'm not anti-internet, but I've never been really big into the you know, the trendy nonsense. But I think it is just a neat concept to be able to monetize in that way, even if it's like you were saying, not like obviously you're not retiring off of, you know, an extra 100 or 2 every now and again. But it is neat that's a thing. It's just cool that's a thing because that's pretty new.
I mean, people
know?
do live off of.
There are some,
off of content creation, and content creation is a whole nother topic. I don't think we have time to dive into that.
I don't know if we can dive into that. It is weird. I think it's like the number one. If you ask a kid like what they want to be when they grow up, is like a streamer.
Yeah, people are like YouTuber,
Like,
and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I mean, people make millions off of YouTube.
Some,
and
but
you gotta be good.
Yeah,
You gotta be watchable.
I mean, Mr. Beast is a billionaire, I guess, but
yeah, I guess.
Putting people in burning buildings.
different topic. Anyway.
yeah. Anywho,
but even I'm sure I've seen you experience small businesses now. You used to be able to like put up a poster or whatever, and now if you have a small business, you are forced to become this content creator.
Yeah,
and I think it's cringe, but I do it. Like, you know, I have the homestead page. That was easy. I set up the tripod. I fed the chickens. I didn't talk.
Yeah.
I've slowly got into talking now. But my photography page, I also am kind of forced to be making these reels.
Yeah.
And to be seen, you feel like you have to follow the trends to do the TikTok dance, which I have not.
Yeah.
But
no, it's so tough. Like,
you have to have some sort of content.
It's kind of cute sometimes, but like it's funny, but it's also a little sad when I see some guy and he's like, I don't know, like 45, 50 years old. And he's like, you remember the like, what was that? They had the don't, and they had to do the, and it's like a guy and he's like 60 and he's like, why should I buy a house? I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I can't.
And I'm like, first of all, like, these trends aren't hitting home buyer demographics. You know what I mean? Like, this is like...
It's sad that that's what we have to do to get somewhat of a following, because even as another side rant, so many side rants, as a photographer, there's people that go and, I have to see what their Instagram, and it's like, do you pass the aesthetic? You know, so I have the big pressure to make all my photos look the exact same, so my Instagram has this aesthetic.
Yeah,
and then do I have a following? No, I have 200 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, my chicken page is doing way
Chicken
better
page is
than my
killing
photography page. So like there's people that care about that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, she only has 200 followers. She must not be good. And you got to,
Yeah.
you know, so like part of you wants to continue to create content to kind of look like you know what you're doing.
It's a
So
weird like informal social credit score thing. You know what I mean? It's like informally like, are you really a professional?
Yeah.
If you don't like,
so you do it to be present, but I try not to take it too seriously and like base my clientele off of Instagram either at the same time. Like I'm more focused on my website.
Yeah. Well, I mean, word of mouth is
Google
a,
SEO
you know,
type stuff.
It's a tried and proven method. You know, word of mouth is outstanding, and you know, it's how small businesses has thrived for a long time. 'Cause even before, you know, the social media kind of became the standard for generating business, there was still like, you know, it was either word of mouth or billboards, and those have always been, you know, financially not necessarily the move for like the new people. And then there was like local TV ads you could have run, but that was also, I mean, that would have, you know, for people who are just starting out, word of mouth has always kind of been.
Yeah, Facebook's definitely the easiest. Facebook groups, but also it does work like the more you show up on someone's feed, the more they're willing to think of you first. If you're like, oh, I need a realtor. It's like, oh, I've seen Chandler on Facebook. He's got a podcast now. Like, you know, which I'm sure is why you're doing the podcast in a way. Maybe I'm just completely assuming.
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, it's definitely one of those things where
out there.
I was like, I have to mention and market my business since I'm doing this. But no, I wouldn't say it was the reason I did it, but it's kind of like one of those things where as an entrepreneur, it's like, okay, whatever you're doing, you kind of have to mention what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, brands.
Yeah. You gotta, you
yourself.
gotta build your brand. You gotta network. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird at first, 'cause I don't know, it felt so strange, but now after I've been doing it so long, it's like, I don't know, I'll be, you know, at a restaurant and the waitress, I'm like, at some point I'll tell her. You know,
yeah,
like,
right. It's like,
she will know. I'm like, oh yes, as a realtor, I'd like to order this steak. You know, I don't know. You know, not like, but
try
you
to
know,
mention it casually.
find a way.
It's like, oh yeah, do you need your photo taken?
I'll have the house salad. But
I am a photographer.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, let me bring out the whole like tripod. For
you should follow my chicken page.
Yes. Is this chicken homegrown? Because I can tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, you find a way to mention everything. So it's kind of like, is it the reason?
Definitely from Walmart.
Right. Yeah. Paint them blue. But you know, is this the reason? Is that the reason to the podcast? No. Am I absolutely going to advertise on the podcast? 100%.
As you should.
I have to, because like I said, I can't bring my soul to do the TikTok thing. So I kind of have to. I do some like, you know, it'd probably be funny, but
one day
maybe we'll see what happens. But you know, I'll do a few of the, like, I'll do posts or whatever on Facebook and Instagram, but not like the ones that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
you know?
not the trendy ones
and
that's
it's
gonna
like,
get
you
the
got
top
to use
of
the
the
trending
algorithm.
audio and the thing, and I'm just
whatever. Just
you know.
enough for people like hear what you're doing. They see your face. They get to know you.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it is kind of funny because that was almost part of the reason I started this, was kind of like out of spite for that, you know, because I was, you know, we're small right now, but the idea is like, hopefully this will grow up to enough of a point where at least we have enough local viewers where, hey, if you're looking for a photographer, you can find that through our content, or, you know, and you can actually get to know your photographer as well, versus not just like, you're not relying on the plastic trendy nonsense to like figure out who you want to use. Hey, I don't know if I want to use photographer here. Well, here's 2 hours. We've been going on for a while here. Good for you. But
I know we have, but I'm usually not a talker.
I appreciate that. No, sometimes it's hard to keep the conversation.
We're talking about the things I love most.
Isn't it easier when you do things you love? And that's what I'm getting at, is that like, okay, I can, you know, everyone's doing these, and I'm sure some people love the social media, TikTok, whatever. Yeah. But I hate it, and I'm not sure that.
I have 5 Instagram accounts, and I hate social media.
Yeah, I know, and it's like
I run, like I said, my dad's page, I got the homestead, my personal account.
Well,
photography. I have 2 photography accounts because I have the nature one and then the one with the portraits, and I was going to mash them together because 5 Instagram accounts is insane.
Seems like a lot,
but. The aesthetic, you know, I can't have birds next to a newborn.
Birds next to babies. You could do a crossover episode with storks.
I have to separate it.
But Yeah, no, I was like, well, but if I'm going to try to create a little town hall, what maybe can be some sort of supplemental advertising, to people who,
I like it.
I think hopefully I can get somebody a gig at some point. Hey, that'll be great.
I really like that you're reaching out to, I think reaching out to small businesses is definitely the way to go.
Smaller the better. I will never have Walmart on my show.
That would be kind of cool. Like you made it though.
It would be neat. Yeah, I'll make that
means you've leveled up.
We'll get them on and then talk shit the whole time.
Yeah, so we're like,
what do you have to say for yourself?
Why do you hate your job so much?
How do you sleep at night? You son.
Yes. But no, I think it's awesome. And it's even cool. Like, I know you just had Rachel on. So it's cool. Like, we literally, we're like 12 at one point, just sitting in Spanish class together.
Yeah. Now we own businesses.
And now, we have businesses. And
who else has a business? I don't know.
Children and houses. And we're grown now. And it's really cool to see how
things just go on.
Grown up and done life.
Clock only goes one way,
Yeah, it's just insane.
It's a crazy thing.
I still can't believe that I'm the age I am, and I have like 2 kids. Like I've always like wanted to be a mom, and now I am.
You just wake up and then you're there.
Every like hour or so, I'm like, we have 2 kids, and he's like, yeah, I know.
It is crazy to think about. Yeah, no, I mean, because you look back at these photos and you're like, oh my god, back when I was, and then you're like, oh, you mean like
I feel like
6
we
years ago,
the
like
exact same at the same time.
Yeah,
we have not
changed much.
Looks,
No. Still the same.
Yes,
pubescent kid in a suit. But yeah, I don't know. It's a wild ride. You look. I don't know. It feels so long ago, but it was yesterday at the same time. And that's kids. That's another funny thing. I don't know. Tell me if you agree with this. Yeah. I think age is more relative to like how many kids you have versus the number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some of the people that, maybe they were a grade above us and they don't have any kids, and I'm like, I'm older than you. Like you don't like,
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just you change so much.
It's a maturity thing. And
I feel like, I mean,
I don't want to be very like, oh, I have kids, I'm better than you.
Not better. I don't want to say like more mature, but just like it's just like there's no way to explain it to someone who hasn't lived it
until you experience
it. I can't, because I knew,
and I've lived through like, I've lived through we have a dog together. This is our baby.
Yeah.
Like this must be what it's like to raise a kid. I've been through that. I've been that person.
Yeah.
I hate those people now. Dude. I've been that person. Yeah. When people are like, yeah, I have a dog and he wakes me up at night. So I totally get it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, I got my fur babies. I'm like, no, you ain't got shit. No. No disrespect to the fur babies, but I'm just like, it's just so not the same. It's such a when you hold it and you're like, yes, it's me, and it's
and right just there. Like you can't leave your kid at home and go somewhere and like, oh, they got food, they got water, they're good.
No, worst case scenario, your dog pees on the floor.
Yeah,
it's like as bad as it could get.
No, I can't come because it's nap time right now. If they do not get their nap, then no one's gonna be happy.
Yeah, if you call me, they're going to hear it, wake up, and then I'm not going to sleep.
I can't get off the couch and get a snack right now because if that little bit of noise wakes them up, I might lose my crap.
No, it's just it's a whole.
Which is irrelevant to the point of what we're saying, but I just had to throw that in.
That's fair. No, yeah, I mean I don't know.
Just little things.
People change so much when they have kids, and it is.
I feel like we've kind of both been more mature for our age growing up. I mean, not just the whole suit thing with you, but I mean, I can't really like speak for you, but I can see where I see you being more mature than other 8th grade boys at the time. And then like, of course I was a kid. I've done stupid crap, whatever everyone does. You're a kid, but I feel like I've always been like the mom of the group. Always, and I don't know if that's like the teacher thing in me or just like always wanting to be a mom. But
I hear you on that. I would like we would hang around some goofy people and we do some goofy things. But for the most part, like people used to say I was like people used to say I was like the dad of the group, growing up, and I mean I don't know if it was supposed to be a compliment or not. Yeah. But I was like, yes. I think it was mostly like you're kind of a buzzkill. But I don't know. It was I don't know. Yeah, but I always felt more
I mean, it all depends on your own situation for sure. I feel like I might be done having kids just because like the birth stories were crazy. 2 kids, they're a year and a half apart. So it's, I don't imagine me having a third anytime soon.
Yeah.
I originally wanted 4.
Yep.
After the first, I'm like,
Yeah, my wife wanted 5.
Yeah.
And we have 2. And then she has been holding down that she wants as many until we get a girl because she doesn't want to have 2 girls. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm weird too because I'm like, I'm a middle child of 3.
Yeah.
And I do not want 3 kids. So if I end up having 3, there will be 4. I'd have to have. You just want to have
like a pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that's weird.
It's just like an OCD thing. You just like
does it really matter? No. But
I mean, I don't know.
I'm like, I want it to be an even number, and I'm not doing 6. So.
I was a middle child. It was cool, but because I had 2 sisters, and then one I was closer to my older sister growing up just because of the age. Like we're 2.5 years apart, and then my youngest sister's like 4 or 5 years younger than me. So we were just closer growing up because of the age.
Yeah,
and then once we got older, the oldest, she's in California now. So now me and my younger sister are like way closer, you know, because we're just around all the time and all that. And, you know, the age gap matters less, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah, I know, but that kind of plays into like how you think you want things too, because I have an older brother, younger sister. We're both 4 to 5 years apart. So like very like evenly spaced out.
Yeah.
And I got along with my brother because I wanted, you always want to look up to your older sibling type thing. And then my sister was looking up to me, but as a child, I thought that was annoying. So, I'm like, stop following me type thing, So I was like, I want my kids to be close together. And they are.
Well, there's pros and cons to that because me and my older sister, we would, we would get into stuff. And then my younger sister didn't get in as much trouble.
Oh yeah,
so,
the rules definitely changes for the third
kind of, because she's the baby for one, but also like, I mean, but also it was just like because of the age gap, she like just wasn't, because it's like now as adults it's not a big deal, but the difference between 21 and 26 versus like 15 and 10, you know what I mean? 15 and 10 are entirely different cultures, you know what I mean? But as when you're 20s, you're in 20s, whatever.
4 years is a big difference.
Yeah, but so. That probably saved her a lot of headache, is me and my older sister being stupid. But I don't know. I will say, selfishly, as a parent, 4 years is nice. Because
I believe
8 and 4, because Hayden, oldest, he's close enough to his brother
he's more
where they can like hang out, but he's also enough older that he can kind of like take some of the parenthood load. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he's not raising him, but like he.
Yeah, no, but he can go grab you a diaper if you asked him to go grab a diaper.
For sure. Yeah, he could have done that. Yeah, but younger, he definitely did do that. Or like if I'm like, hey, I need you to just like make this instant macaroni for your brother.
Yeah, or you can,
you know what I mean?
Even just have a conversation like, hey, this is your little brother and whatnot. He's gonna be like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, they get super protective and like big brothery, which is good.
My son was only 18 months when I gave birth, so and he's still not talking much. He like says like color someone like random like one word
I'll just
phrases and whatnot, but we're like, hey baby, and he's like, cool. Like
whatever, show me the pig.
So I can't really like have like, hey, you're not supposed to do that type I mean, you can have it, but you don't really know how much you're actually comprehending. Or
18 would be tough because that's like almost, I mean, it's not 2 babies, but it's almost. Yeah, because it's, I mean, I'm trying to remember what happened at 18.
He
is
like walking around eating snacks
mobile
and stuff, but he also, still needed to be rocked to sleep.
Yeah.
Still needs to be rocked to sleep and, comes to me crying and stuff. Yeah. So when they're both crying, it's like, which one?
Yeah. No, so that would be.
It's a little crazy. So 4 years, that's what my parents were thinking too. Is nice because they're out of diapers. And, you can tell them to stand somewhere and they'll stand somewhere.
The only thing about that is that then you have to convince yourself because you've like, hi, I made it out of diapers. Like, all right, ready to run it back.
All the way back over. I was like in it, and starting over wasn't as bad.
Like, because you never like tasted freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, I'm not getting any sleep at night, and I will continue to get no sleep at night.
Perfect.
It's not like
We'll
I
just
was
roll with it.
sleeping through the night and back into waking up every time because I already was. So.
No, I agree with that. It's probably easier to stay in it than it is, but we're kind of, I don't know what we'll do. We got the 2. We'll probably end up having another. I don't know if we'll have 5. Yeah. That was the initial plan.
Hopefully
I don't know
the
about
3rd is your girl.
We'll see. If it's a girl, it's ending it by order of Mariah. But
yes.
we'll see. I don't know what it is. She's like, you didn't know me growing up, and I'm like, how bad could you have been?
You didn't know me.
It's like, you don't know what a young girl.
Find out. That
I
means
suppose
you're gonna find out.
That's exactly what it means. I'm like, wait, you didn't know me growing up. Just wait with the boys. But
that's true. They're going to be wearing little suits.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend so much money on thrift store suits.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, they're gonna talk back to their teacher. Anyway, nah. I was
be like, well,
child.
actually.
Yeah, dude. Were you in class? And I don't. In 7th grade in history.
Yes.
Do you remember what?
I don't remember.
Were you in a class with me in that class or not?
I don't remember, to be honest.
She
but maybe
tried to tell the class that the Sputnik satellite.
Yeah. You've
heard of this? You know how it's called the Sputnik?
Yeah.
It's Russian. And she was like, yeah, that was the first American satellite. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. And it was a big deal for like a week. Yeah, no, my little punk ass went and like printed it out on Wikipedia, and I was like,
Here you go.
no, it was a big deal. And honestly, I should have.
No, I remember her. No comments.
She was cool. We ended up being cool, but I did. It was a public spectacle. I kind of wish that never happened because in 7th grade, you get such a like power rush. You're like, I've corrected the teacher. Wow, and you just
wow, I am smarter than
everybody. Maybe I am the smartest man alive.
If even my teacher was wrong.
Like, incredible. I have no idea. I've unlocked this newfound power, and then that was detrimental.
It's crazy. And then becoming a teacher, and it's like, oh.
Then you're just like, oh, yeah. Well, that's because
we learn every day. It's crazy.
That's you don't like, as an adult now, I meet a teacher, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a person. But as a kid, you think like,
they're supposed to know
this
everything.
is the authority on the universe. You know what I mean? But then it's like, oh, she probably just like needed more coffee because she's dealing with 30 students today. Yeah. Any teachers listening to this?
All teachers ever.
I'm truly sorry.
We know.
You're incredible. Some of them keep up with us. I know.
For sure. I actually
shout out to... talk to who?
Oh, sorry.
I was going to go ahead.
Shout out. I just took photos of Coach Runyon.
Coach Runyon?
Coach Runyon.
Yo,
hold
on, which one?
Mrs. Runyon.
Okay, Coach Runyon, the gym one? Not because there's another one.
No, she was the gym coach.
Okay,
and then she subbed math for a
Coach Runyon was.
Yeah.
I love Coach Runyon.
I photographed her family. She had her family in town and reached out to me for photos. And I'm like, I got you.
Coach
and it
Runyon
was so cool.
Fun.
She, is the exact same. Awesome.
Coach Runyon was the bomb, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
so sweet.
Yeah, I think Miss Burt, we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
Burt, yeah,
she'll comment like,
Miss Burt,
your kids are so cute.
She's so involved with everyone still.
Yes, and it's so crazy. You don't realize how much of an impact that we might have had on her life because we're like, oh, 7th grade teacher, whatever. But she remembers us enough to be and like is like, oh, your kids are cute. Like comments on our stuff all the time, and it's just
it's crazy how
like,
essential a teacher can be.
Yeah,
like, and I definitely I feel like I related a lot more to like my football coaches, but just like any of, like those, it shapes you so much, and it's not as much the actual lessons, like, but just they teach you how to be a person.
As a person,
you know what
like
I mean?
Miss Hudgens.
Senorita Hudgens. Shout out Senorita Hudgens.
Yes, she's on my Facebook too.
She's on my Facebook as well. I want to get her son on the podcast. He makes music now.
Really?
You know Colby?
Yeah.
Shout out Colby Hudgens.
Crazy.
Listen to his music.
Yes.
He makes music.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I want to see him on.
I know she was an awesome teacher. She was an awesome teacher, and I think we actually shared that class.
I think so.
One of the years I took, all 3 years.
Yeah, she specifically was part of my character arc.
Yeah,
because I was like a little punk in 6th grade. I don't know why. I just really didn't want to learn Spanish. And then by 7th and 8th grade, I was like, I'm Hudgens, you're the best.
Yes, the best.
Yeah, she was cool. She was really cool.
Absolutely. So it's like And having teachers like that makes you want to become one too. I'm sure that's why you were like thinking about subbing one day. Is like you do end up like those little moments like impacting
it. Yeah, because it's, I mean, like I think it's important, but it's also like, you know, there's a wrong way to do it too, you know, and I've been pretty fortunate where I can't really like think of any teachers where I was just like, yeah, you know, but you totally could do it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Well,
and I feel like same teachers and parents, like if you've had something where you didn't like and you're like, when I do that, I'm going to do it different.
Or just being able to like relate to a student. Cause, you know, when I was in school, I did well. I got decent enough grades. It was fine. But I really had a hard time grasping the why am I here part of it. You know what I mean? Because I never really was
especially
like,
if you knew you were going to be an entrepreneur. You're like, I'm not going to college. Like I'm starting my own business.
Yeah, it was straight to the workforce. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You know, I had no, like, it just didn't really
Yeah, you're like, I already know what I need to know.
Right. Yeah, plus being, you know, 16, 17.
Yeah, then you know everything.
Yeah, it turns out I knew every answer to every question. It was incredible. Yeah. What a time. I knew all the things. But, you know, turns out you don't. And, you know, I don't regret the career path that I took.
Yeah.
But there is so much that you can gain out of just everything. You know what I mean? And so I think I would have, if somebody were to be able to talk to me in a way that I understood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I think there's some little arrogant idiot out there
so
somewhere.
I'll
find that little, when I'm subbing, I'll find that Mr. Know-It-All, and I'll be like, listen, you will be an entrepreneur, but here's why you need to shut up right now.
You think you know everything,
kiddo. Yeah, I know. But it's I don't know. I think it would be rewarding and a decent enough way to spend retirement, because I don't think I could like actually retire.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're used to working like all the time, I don't see it.
Oh no, I couldn't. I've always said I'll take I'll take a year to travel.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll either find some other, you know, not financially important, but just like self-fulfilling career.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, go really into researching something.
You can start the TikTok and get paid to do the dances.
Yeah, I'll retire and become a TikTok phenomenon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Hobbies is like what drives, like photography was a hobby and now that's what I do. And then like taking care of pets was a hobby. And then now like the more I get into it, if I really wanted to become an influencer.
Yeah. Influencer.
You know, I'm at the step where I can make legit money from it if I really dove like all in and like did the things, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's overplayed and cliche and cringe and
you got too many hobbies, but here we are.
You know, if you love what you do, you never feel like you're working, and like that is
so cliche.
But it is also a thing.
True.
You know, like in real estate, there's the, you know, like boring, like you got to write the contracts and do all the like paperwork stuff, which like. I don't care what nobody loves the paperwork, but all the other parts are so fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know we talked about just a stay-at-home mom, how much that gets looked over. Photography gets looked over as well with like, oh, you're just like anyone can click a button, you know?
Yeah, but not well.
Yeah, it's like, well, what are you gonna get in return? But there's so much, you know, taking a good photo is one thing, and that's what I knew I can like do for the most part, but business wise, there's so much business wise. Like I am barely spending any time out in the field taking photos. I'm doing the website. I'm like, oh, I need a contract for my clients. Yeah. You know, so I've learned how to like do contracts and whatnot, and I'm marketing and you know, all of that stuff. There's so much more.
Especially when you just start off and like at a certain point you can like hire people for that. But
yeah, which I don't know if I even want to get to that level, but I mean even just learning the software.
Trust them too.
Not only am I like learning my camera equipment, I have to learn like Lightroom and Photoshop, and it just
like a whole
when
thing.
You first log into Lightroom for the very first time, you're like gibberish.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it looks like this thing looks like to me. You know,
I tried to do it once.
Sliders.
I tried to go on Lightroom. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what any of this is.
It's a lot, but the teacher part of me loves the learning part with everything that I've been doing. So it's just nice. I feel like I'm learning more about, currently I'm like obsessed with light, which is what photography is light. And,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of discovering how to find like the good light and staying in that. And so it's just, I don't know. Now I'm just like a light nerd. I've
No,
just
there
been
definitely
like fascinated and
there definitely is.
being out in the field and be like, there.
I did actually in high school take a photography elective, and I thought I took it because I was like, I'll just get to click a button and then that'll be the class.
I was like, it's easy.
And then he was like, it was just drawing the whole time. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, what the hell? And he's like, you got to understand shade, brother. And
Yeah,
I'm like-
shade. Oh
He
my
was
God.
super. He was.
And
a
when you first
funny
hear that,
guy,
you're like, whatever.
yeah, he's like, you need to take the pencil. I need you to draw this.
Especially with
you know.
AI right now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
photography is like threatened for sure. But
That was something I did hold down like a little. If you've ever seen my handwriting, it's abysmal. And I used to. That was my
I
little.
don't have good handwriting.
My little high school arrogant version was just like,
Yeah.
I don't need to know this because I'll never have to. It'll all be typing. And then I was right about that. But
I feel like I remember
I probably have.
that phase.
You probably witnessed me arguing with the teacher about my handwriting because at a certain point you
Kind
couldn't
of like
read it.
brought back like a little flash.
Actually,
memory. You're
was
like,
the worst.
I could just type it.
yeah. No, that
Which
was
is what happened. I mean, college, I didn't own a notebook.
who.
You have a
Yeah, you
laptop.
don't write anything. It's like if
Yeah.
somebody literally
And now I'd be
writes
like,
a
we don't need
contract-
family photos. I'll just ask AI to make Christmas photos for me.
Right.
It's
Nah,
chat
dude,
GPT.
if I get a handwritten contract on one of my listings, it is genuinely irritating.
Yeah.
Because it actually is a liability because it's like if it is not definitely clear what number you're writing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
you're
yeah,
talking
that
about
could
hundreds
be-
of thousands of dollars here.
Yeah.
And then I don't want
It's like,
you
your home's only $5,000.
well, and it's like I don't want you later on being like, actually that offer was for
Yeah.
400,500, and I said I know it says 405,000, and then we're like he should, I can't deal with that, and
that's a lot.
I'll type it back up and send it back over and be like, yeah, just sign that. It needs to be typed. I'm not trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
So handwriting's a liability. Holding it down. You know what? I take
My
nothing back.
handwriting sucks. Even as a teacher,
But-
I don't even hold my pencil right, and I'm like, how am I supposed to be a teacher and teach them how to write if
Yeah.
I can't even hold my pencil?
Oh, that would be
correctly?
devastating as a
I know,
teacher,
it's like,
yeah.
so I had to like teach myself how to hold a
Yeah,
pencil
yeah.
and use it correctly. Like when I was showing them how to write something.
That's funny.
It's just,
Well, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I can't even be a teacher. I can't hold a pencil.
I guess, yeah, if you're going
I,
to
like,
be a
hold it
teacher, you
weird.
probably should. No, I hold mine really weird too.
Yeah.
It's strange. It's people remark upon it. It is. It's very notable.
Yeah, it's all good.
Odd
Same,
way.
same.
But yeah, no, I hold it like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It's like completely
No,
wrong.
I do like I rest it on the pinky, and if I write notes for too long, I'll have like a dent on my pinky or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just
no,
like,
I
oh,
will like get
Yeah.
carpal tunnel if I write two
yeah,
sentences.
it hurts now, so I rather type.
Typing's the move.
Yep.
Typing is the
But hey,
future.
we learn,
We live and we learn. Well,
we learn, we teach.
God bless. Go ahead and wrap it up here. Is there anything
Yeah,
else
for
you
sure.
wanted to tell the folks at home, tell the world? Okay.
I don't know. I know it's probably hard to keep up with everything that I mentioned. I have
It's
my
recorded. They can
That's
rewind
true.
it.
Rewind it. I have
Watch this video 5 to 7 times. Share it everywhere.
Yeah, share it. I have the photography
Yeah.
business.
Yes.
It's Kailey B Photo, and then I got my LLC, so that's
Heyo.
on there now. Yeah, Kailey B Photo LLC.
Their website, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, website KaileyBphoto.com. And then the homestead, if you care more about the chickens that we talked about, that's I Wanna Go Homestead.
WANNA, right?
Yeah, WANNA.
I wanna.
Yeah.
Go ahead, said.
Wanna
Not
go
want
home.
to. Want to go
Yeah.
home?
It's the
I want to go
introvert. Yeah.
homestead.
Want to go home. And that's on like all platforms, all type the same. So just
All the
wherever.
things.
Yeah.
All the things. And I'll put links to everything in the description as well.
Yeah, I can send you the page links.
Yes, please
for
do.
you.
That'll make my life easier.
Yes, I'll do that for you.
Please do. So yeah, Kaylee, thank you so much for taking the time. I
absolutely.
appreciate it. You guys like, subscribe, and all that stuff. You
Yes,
know
please.
what you're supposed to do. So just do it.
Yeah. Share your small businesses.
Share your small businesses, guys. We appreciate you tuning in, and catch us on the next one, whenever that is. Maybe next week. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
But thank you much.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.